What's up, good people? Yeah, I thought I wasn't gonna go live today, but I can't stay away. I came right in spitting bars. But what's up, everybody? Welcome to the show. We got 27 people in the building already, right as I hit the go live button. Y'all already in here. Appreciate everybody who have made it in. And as I always say, whether you're catching it live or you're catching it after it's uploaded, hit that like button. Already messing up. Already choking on my own spit. Where's my coffee cup? I ain't got nothing together. Anyway, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. About to get this thing started. Peace and salute and shout out to everyone who is in the building. I could already see right there. Some people dropped down and got out of here because they know the intro is coming. Yes, you Negroes still gotta wait for the intro, but let's go. Let's roll. Let's get it. Let's make it happen.
Peace, folks. This is X from TPOT Media. Open your mind and wake your black ass up. You know what time it is. Hit that damn like button as you make your way in the door. Grab a seat, settle in, get ready. It's the Grown Man Hour with your host, my man, Bernard Riley.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Mumia Obsidian Ali. You know who I am. I need no introduction, right? And you're listening to the Grown Man Hour with my man Bernard Riley, heard weekdays right here on YouTube. What do you think about that? How about that? Now let's get back on with the show. Thank you.
Uh-oh. While the intro was rolling, I apparently didn't make it back in time. And I'm back, but I'm still not back. And now here we go. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the show. You thought I wasn't going to come on today. You thought you wasn't going to get me for a second. But no, I'm back. I am back in the building. I have not taken a day off. Shout out to the early bird squad, those that make it in bright and early before we even get things started. Appreciate every one of you who comes right on in bright and early. Appreciate that. Who we got in here? Dark Knight Mentality, Stoic One. Sorry, thought I just saw something. That was weird. Like I thought I saw something at the side of my eyes, but I looked and nothing was there. Thought I saw a ghost. That was weird. Anyway, Um, Eric the Red in the building. He says third eye open for this one. Oh man, you putting pressure on me. Putting pressure on me. Shout out to Black Wolf Inc. doing saying what Brother Xavier says in the intro when he says, "Open your mind and wake your black ass up." You know what time it is. It's the Grown Man Hour with Bernie Mac. I didn't know that was coming. I did not know. I did not know that was coming. You got me with that one, Black Wolf. I didn't know you was putting Bernie Mac on the end of that. You got me. Y'all killing me. Y'all killing me with the early comments. Said Bernard Bundles in the Mattress Mac. For those of you that don't know, and shout out to Opinionated Brother Radio, here to support the show. Here to support. Your show is better than talk radio. Man, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Sometimes I second guess myself. And, you know, I think most of us, we can be our own worst critics. And sometimes I am my own worst critic. And sometimes in moments of doubt, I second guess what I'm doing here. And then I get comments like that, super chats like that from Opinionated Brother Radio. And it makes it all worth it. All right, I'm done being corny. That Bernard Bundles and the Mattress Mac. For those that you don't know, I embarked on a business adventure. Sometime before I started doing the YouTube thing, I had I got laid off from a job, and I was like, I'm tired of this. I can't take this shit no more. I didn't want to. Got tired of having to start over fresh on a new job. It was getting frustrating, so I was like, you know what? I'm going to step out there, start my own business, something I always wanted to do because I look at, you know, all the stores that are owned by other races of people from other countries in our communities. And I'm just like, ugh, that's just horrible. Like they selling us liquor and fried chicken behind bulletproof glasses. It's weird. It's weird. It's weird that we go there. It's weird that we support it. But I was sitting there looking at the hair industry and how it's a multi-billion-dollar industry funded by Black women. And I said, Black men need to get a piece of that pie. So I embarked on that business endeavor. And it's going pretty well. It has its ups and downs, and it's so much BS I don't like about it. But it has gone well. I bought a lot of hair wholesale, rented out office space. Don't got a store, but rented out office space. And been ultimately doing business, finding most of the clients and customers on Facebook Marketplace. And so when I talked about that on here, they said the name of my business was Bernard Bundles, which is funny as fuck. But no, that's not. It's not called Bernard Bundles. It's yeah. I'm going to give an update. There's some other things I want to get into. I've talked about making like a line of some type of beard butter, you know, grown man beard butter or something like that. I actually would rather do that than this hair thing. I actually would rather do something like that. So I don't know. I may transition, may switch, may figure out a way to do both. But that's what the Bernard Bundles means. The Mattress Mac. That comes from a story that I told. I started to talk about this when I did Simp stories, but to me, it wasn't a Simp story. It wasn't a Simp story at all. So that's why I didn't talk about it. It wasn't a Simp story at all. But that one comes from, while he's sitting here outing me with the early comments, That came from a situation where I bought some air mattresses. It was when Game Changer was getting more or less clowned for mattress gate. I didn't want to leave him out there by himself. Not mattress gate, but stovetop gate. I didn't want to leave Game Changer out there by himself. So once I found out that this was a woman that he was already having sex with, he was already involved with, he had spent like a week at her house out in Colombia or wherever the hell. Somebody said Hoteps have the beard butter market cornered. Possibly. I ain't dressed like a Jehovah Witness. I would need a black tie. See, I'm getting caught up on y'all comments down there. Yeah, clowning me. Kenny Conjo said Bernard Liquor and Wig Store. Yeah, dead wrong. Doing me wrong. Yeah, doing me wrong. I just wanted to get caught up on those comments. All right. Yeah, y'all doing me wrong out there. But no, where was I at? Yeah, I didn't want to leave him out there by himself on the stovetop gate thing because I was doing him wrong. Spent a week with a woman. He could buy a gift as he leaving. You can buy a gift for somebody who done busted wide open for you for a whole week. You could do that. Somebody said Bernard Butter don't hit the same pause, right? So it was a woman that I was dealing with. I'm not proud of. I'm not proud of this. Not to buying the air mattresses, but just when me and her was kicking it. We was chilling. I met her out clubbing. Sometime later on, invited her to my house. She came over, and damn, my brother is like spam calling me now. It might be an emergency. If he call one more time, I gotta answer. I invited her to my house sometime later, and she was boiling. She was chilling. She was, she wasn't trying to do nothing. She was giving off that energy, like nope, you ain't getting no pussy. But anyway, no big deal there. That happens. What did I do next? Invited her out for breakfast. That was the only thing I spent on her prior to the sex, just breakfast. That was it. And my game went quite tight because breakfast is something you do. If you're just out for casual sex, taking a chick out to breakfast, that's normally I really like you trying to get to know your stuff. So I didn't quite have my game. I didn't quite have my game quite tight at the time. Now I won't say game not quite tight, and I won't say that I shout out to Alan Roger Curry. I wasn't being mode 3. I just was giving inconsistent energy. Because when I was around her, it was kind of like I was, kind of making it clear that I was, trying to get something jumped off. But then again, I was doing, relationship stuff. Inconsistent energy. So took her out for breakfast. And then sometime later that night, she came over or something of the sorts like that. So we ended up having sex. No, I didn't use that mouthpiece. No. So we ended up having sex after, a few times of seeing each other and, a little something to eat at breakfast. We went to my house for like 2 weeks. She was just coming to my house. My house was like her little getaway. I knew she had some kids, but went none of my damn business. We was just having casual sex. She was just coming to my house and we was hooking up. And then 2 weeks in, we ended up going to her house. And I walked in there, it was like, yeah, everything was, cool. Just normal house in the hood, but just a normal house. It was clean, it was neat. But I walked by her kid's room and I was like, I ain't see no beds in there. Huh, no big deal. Whatever. A week later, we had went to her house and it was like after we was out and about at night, mixing and mingling. And we when we had like walked by the living room area, I saw her kids sleeping on the couches in the living room. 3 of them. It was a long couch and a damn chair. And like her kid was sleeping in the chair, the 2 older ones was sleeping on the couch. And then somewhere around the way I got around the ass, I'm like, why they sleeping on the couch? Like it's late at night. Like why they like passed out sleep? And yes, y'all can call me trifling. Yes, we was tiptoeing by the living room to go to the bedroom to sneak and quietly have sex while the kids were asleep. Yes, that happened. I did that. Guilty. But that part aside, um, I eventually asked her the next day. I'm like, why are these kids sleeping on the couches in the living rooms? Like, what's going on here? Like, what? Because I'm sitting there thinking I didn't see any beds in their bedroom. So I'm like, and then I forgot what was the story. I forgot the origin story or the reason. I forgot what was going on, or why. But yeah, kids didn't have beds. And then and it's funny because that time when I was over there, that's when I was over there like during the day and was really looking around, and I found out all kind of stuff. Like, okay, I didn't notice this, and this was a good thing. This is a good thing. I didn't notice when she was coming to my house, and I didn't notice through none of the time that I spent with her the extreme amount of poverty that she was living in. Because she was generally nice and sweet and pleasant to be around, at least then. But she was nice, sweet, and pleasant to be around. I had no idea. She didn't wear her poverty on her sleeves. So I had no idea. And I've said before, there's nothing wrong with a broke woman. You could be broke, and just a woman can be broke if she's nice and pleasant to be around. Is okay. A guy will deal with her and tolerate her. A man can't be broke like that. Truth be told, she didn't have a stove either. Well, she had a stove, but it was broke. And she was like, she cooked everything on a little small electric skillet. I'm like, damn, like that's when I started looking around, like she over here on some third world shit. Like, so it was getting weird. I was like, hold on. I told the story before, but it was I told it earlier. There's new audience members here, so some people are hearing this for the first time. So it was all kind of stuff. So I'm like, damn, she's living in some poverty. It's not exactly my problem to solve all of her problems. We just casual sex buddies who go out here and there and get together and have some casual sex. It was more or less, I was in that vague mode 2 area, I guess, what ARC would consider mode 2. Shout out to him. I was in Rock. Rocka's Killer 7 says I was supposed to save her. No, but I did save those kids from sleeping on them damn couches. I bought some air mattresses. It ran me about $40-$50. Bought some air mattresses and the little thing you plug in to blow up the air mattresses. I bought some air mattresses. I saved those kids from sleeping on the couch. I did that. Yes, God damn it, I did it. It would only be simping if I was doing stuff like that for a woman who I hadn't had sex with, and she was just dangling the possibility of sex over me. And to try to gain access to that, I start buying gifts. But that was more of just a, if I found out my next door neighbor who I barely know and don't even talk to, if I found out that they had some kids over there sleeping on the floor, I would drop 50 for some air mattresses. I mean, that's just, maybe I would, maybe I wouldn't. It depends. It depends. Because you don't do that shit for everybody. You don't do that for everybody. But so yeah. So that's why I still get called the mattress king and all kind of stuff like that for the new subs who are in here. I get called that. You talking about your Ty City, you talking about your clip fee from last night or your fresh clip free that you getting off me talking about mattress gate again. You already knew about mattress gate. You already knew I bought some damn mattresses, some air mattresses for the kids. And she was fixing her mouth to tell him that I did it. I was like, no. Just tell him you came up with the money. God damn it, I don't want no credit. God damn it, I want a hug. I don't want the damn kids running up to me talking. I was like, thank you, but no. It was just an act of courtesy for a woman who was busting it wide open for me for, little nothing. I bought her some bacon and eggs. That's about it. That's about all I spent on her. And she busted wide open for 2 weeks. I saw she was living and just helped out a little bit. Just a little bit. I don't consider that simping. But all right, I missed some super chats out here telling y'all this horrible story. Horrible story again. Red Sings the Blues says donation. See you Saturday, 2 p.m. EST. I will be there, but I do got to tell you, it almost got canceled. It almost got canceled because I signed up to coach my son in a little Saturday league thing. Signed up to coach my son, and they said games on Saturday, and I was like, oh shit, I made a Saturday commitment. But the game is at 12:30, and the games normally take about 50 minutes. At least that's what they're written in scheduled, 50 minutes. So from 12:30 to 1:20, I will be there. It will take me 5 to 10 minutes to get back home, and then I will be ready for the show. So I'll be at Red Sings the Blues place. T. Rittler says, what was she on a scale from 1 through 10? 6-ish. Maybe a 6. She was the last story I told about a chick was one of them real skinny chicks. This chick was skinny as hell. She was 100 pounds. I told y'all that ain't, that ain't my thing. I like to see booty meat jiggle. I don't like them skinny like that, but this was another one of those itty bitty skinny chicks. She's like 5'2", probably 100 pounds. Some of y'all like that, but that ain't. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's something to like about it, but that's not my main thing. It's just a coincidence. The last 2 stories I told was about some little bitty skinny chicks. Who else we got in here on the super chat end? Ace and Spade says, I don't always agree with everything you say, but you're pretty objective and good at moderating and refereeing. So here's my general tip, Bernard. Hey, thanks. I appreciate it. Man, you drove a Little Big Nate. You made Little Big Nate blow a gasket yesterday. You made Little Big Nate blow a gasket yesterday. Said, what's up with all that abortion rhetoric? No, y'all not hearing me. I said I don't have a preference for little bitty chicks. I don't. I like them tall and thick. Now, the little bitty broads can be fun. Yes, they can be fun. There's some fun stuff you can do with them. You can't, say I like them tall and thick. Well, all them tall and thick chicks, you can't. I mean, you could try to pick them up. I mean, you can get them up, but how long? For how long? New says a bitch can't be broke either. I mean, that's to each his own on that one. Surprised she wasn't selling cat. Bruh. I said she was cool at first. She was cool, sweet, and pleasant. I guess I was just her getaway from her broke ass life. But then once I start being around more, I started seeing some stuff. I started hearing some stuff. And I can't prove it, but I suspect that she probably, when she met some guys, put it like this. This is what I believe. And she all but said it. When she meets some guys who just coming at, for whatever reason, she liked me and she ain't come at me with that kind of vibe, I guess, because she saw some some genuinely good in my heart, and she wanted to see if she could, I guess, flip me into being her man. So she ain't come at me like that. But the dudes who just come at it straight out, just offering, just like trying to just bold and blunt, trying to get the pussy. She all but said, she didn't say it, but I read between the lines that when they come, she was like, "Oh, if that's all you want, then put it on the wood. Put the money on, if that's all you want, cut the bullshit. Don't play games with me." She said something like that. She don't like when a guy play games. If that's all he want, then let's talk. Let's she, she damn near said, let's negotiate. I was like, ooh, I was like, that mask coming off. And I think that go back to what New said. They can't, I sit here and say a chick can be broke long as she looks decent and pretty pleasant and nice to be around. She I don't really care if she's broke. But with a certain class of women, broke women, you're more likely to get that type of stuff. The thing that turned me off completely, I mean, I would never try to be with her, but she just got annoying as hell to be around because once she took the mask off and stopped acting sweet, pleasant, and polite, I would hear her on the phone with her cousins arguing, and she about to fight her cousin that she knew her whole damn life. I'm like, what the hell? That's your cousin. You're about to fight over what a game of spades the other night? Like, what? Yeah, are you serious? Like, so she turned into just typical ratchet hood chick that was playing nice, that was trying to hide the ratchet. When she met me, that's what she gradually turned into. And the more I start seeing that, the less I kind of, wanted to deal with her. And then that's when she got kind of weird and started almost putting me into a category of like trying to. She didn't ask me for money, but she just started. When she called me, it was because it was because she needed something. She needed me to do something for her. Needed to take her there, take her to do. It turned into a situation like, oh, I see what you're doing. So now I'm trying to catch up on the comments. Somebody said undercover Keisha. I mean, she wasn't that damn undercover. I mean, I kind of could tell, but she was nice to be around. But yeah, it came out. It came out. So I don't know it. I don't know her like that. I mean, we dealt with each other for about a month. But from my perspective, if I had to guess, yeah, I think that in her state of poverty, she did end up getting a job. Towards the end of me dealing with her, she did end up getting a job. So good for her. But I think in that state of brokenness, yeah, I think if a dude came at her hardcore on some aggressive mode one stuff, I think she did tell him to, yeah, okay, that's all you want, okay, that's all it's gonna take. I believe that's how she was operating. So there's that. The Logic Sphere in the building with the monthly clip fee. I think he's gonna clip me. I think he's gonna clip me today. I didn't listen last night, but I know it was clips from my show playing. That I know. You're saying, what's the Cash App? Are you referring to my Cash App? If so, that would be it right there. I think Jada LaRue says, what's the Cash App? There it is. All right, let me try to catch back up on some super chats. I did not even know I was going to be talking about that when I came in. Just to check the temperature of the room. Do you consider that? Because I don't consider that to be simping. Hold on. He said, Bernard, did you use the person for their body only, sir? Did I use the person for their body only? I don't understand what it means. Use the person for their body. We had sex. She enjoyed it. We both came. What do you mean use her for her body? I don't understand that question. Charles Merchant. says playing step sucker is still simping. I follow the logic. I follow the logic. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I do follow that logic. Wasn't playing stepdaddy, playing step sucker. But yeah, see, it's I can't I follow that logic, Charles Merchant. I really do. I really do. I can't. I'm not gonna say that you on some bullshit. I'm not gonna say that you on some bullshit. But if you was getting the pussy consistently for 2 weeks, and then you see something that could help her out that costs $50, I can't call that simping. I can't call that simping. Let me give one if I was simping, two if I wasn't simping. Let's do an unofficial poll. One if I was simping, two if I was really simping. Somebody says, I don't think it's simping if you smashing. I agree with that, but it can get to the point of simping. Put it like this: if I just started paying her bills, then yeah, that's simping. I see more twos. Y'all with me? We in here. I see some. I see a one. I mean, I see some. I see a few more than a few ones. Somebody said three. That wasn't an option. That wasn't an option. Step suckers unite. It ain't simping if you're getting the pussy. See, Mr. Shane, I'm glad Mr. Shane Vish is with me. He said $50. She earned it because he's a trick. I was looking, I was trying to find an admitted card carrying trick who was gonna say that I was simping, and I was gonna clown your ass. Like you was gonna get clowned, Mr. Shane Vicious, if you would have put one. Clowned. I was gonna let you have it. I was gonna do like a 30-minute segment on you if you would have said one. He said it start with $50. Oh, she was trying to work that up. I can't remember all that she started doing, but it became a moment where it got to a point where we wouldn't even getting together to have sex. She was just like, hey, could you do this? Could you do this? Could you do that? So asking me to pay for something was right around the corner. I already know that. Like it got to a point where we had damn near stopped fucking. And then she was still just trying to, pinch off what she could. But if I was waiting for a card carrying trick like Mr. Chain Vicious to try to say that I was simping, and I spent $50. We went to breakfast one time. I got her some bacon and some eggs and something else and whatever else she ordered. I don't know, damn coffee, a muffin. I don't know, but oh yeah, I was waiting. I was gonna clown the tricks out there. Y'all gonna criticize. If I would have put $50 on the counter and got it one time, y'all would have said that was a good deal. I got 2 weeks worth of pussy. No, understand the point. Charles Murgy says you already got the sex, no need to spend on her cheering. But you only looking at it from the perspective that you only would do something like that in pursuit of it. If you're in pursuit of it, then nah, you shouldn't be doing that. That's the obvious part. You shouldn't be doing that. But once you get it and it becomes a regular thing, you could do something nice for a chick. Now you don't go all out. You don't go all out. You just because you got the pussy for 2 weeks, you don't pay her $1,000 rent. Like, no, you don't do that. But when you say no need to spend on her, the last time that the time that you should never be spending on her is if you haven't got it yet. Now, if you're paying for dates, that's one thing. I mean, there's a debate among that. My man Osama Abdu says, "Man, brothers on these Black Manospheres always moving the goalposts when it comes to simping. LOL. We all have to pay sometimes. Let's keep it a brick." Thing is, I didn't have to pay. I didn't have to pay. I chose it. I could have just got the pussy for 2 weeks and then just, yeah, all right, cool, I'm out. Thank you, Mr. Shane Vicious. We agree. He said it's not simping. She provided something you value. Right on. This has nothing to do with the topic, by the way. Somebody just commented something. Yeah, some people draw a hard line. Paying for dates is tricking. I don't think it's tricking. I think it's ineffective sometimes. That's where I'm at with it. Paying for dates can be worse than tricking, because at least tricking, you're putting a hard offer on the table that you could say yes or no to. So let's just say some places dates cost $100. So let's just say it's $100. I know that's a lot for some of y'all that allegedly pay $40, but you pay $100 and she give you sex. Y'all did a clear, clean exchange. You take her out on a date and y'all don't have sex. No, taking her out on a date can be worse than tricking. That's why I say it ain't tricking, but it can be ineffective if not done properly. I missed some super chats. I'm gonna go back and get Adam. Shout out to Utopia. She says, listening in the car with my dad. You have him cracking up. He said he's enjoying the show too. Hey, shout out to your dad. I'm glad he's enjoying it. Ask him how much. Ask your dad how much tricking has he done, and was he tricking with your mama? Not just playing. Don't answer that one on the air. Don't answer that. Oh yeah, Jada LaRue. She said almost sent to the wrong person. Another Bernard Riley on Cash App. If you don't add the 99, I will not get it. There's another Bernard Riley on Cash App who does not have a 99 on there, so you got to add the 99. Holy shit! Look like you sent a sizable Cash App. Look at you. Jada LaRue sent a $50 Cash App. Sent a $50 Cash App. $50 Cash Apps be getting wrenches around here. It was a time when the barrier of entry for a wrench was so low that one $5 Cash App got you a wrench. Some of y'all got in early when I first started. Now it takes a little bit more. I am about to look at the potentially missed Cash Apps and see. I mean, super chats. And because I think I missed some. So let me try to make it to the analytics and look and see if I missed some super chats. Chief BD says yes, got in like crypto. No, I don't think I missed that many of them. Let's see. Well, I don't think I missed none of them. Let's see. Ace in Spades, Red Sings the Blues, Opinionated Brother. Malcolm in the Middle 87 says, surprised you wasn't selling it. Logic Sphere monthly clip. There we go. DD Jerk says, Lil Meat Boys listening to Kevin like little 100-pound girls. If she 5'1", I like her 145. They like her 120. Okay, I won't go as far as to say that they have little meat boys. I think you're talking about the size of their penis, like the 100-pound girls, like the 100-pound girls. If he said if she's 5'1", I like her 145 pounds. Um, Misconception out there. Okay, well, I don't even want to go there. I don't even want to go there. But if you had, well, I'm not going to insult you like you insulted other people. Um, Little bitty skinny chicks can take it better. I'll say that, and I'll leave it alone. so, I'm just gonna put that out there, and so yeah, you would think the thicker ones could take it better, but no. So somebody like little bitty chicks, you can't charge them up with having little meat, as you said it. But there's that. There's that. That's not simping. That's just being a provider. Simping starts from the jump to get the sex. That's what DD Jerk also said. He sent 2 super chats. So thank you for those super chats. I agree with you on the first super chat. Disagree on the second super chat. Disagree with you on the second super chat. Now, we do agree that I do like them thicker. I do like them thicker. I've come to terms with that. I've had them all. I've had tall and skinny, short and skinny, short and thick, tall and thick, medium size and skinny, medium size and thick. I've had everything, and I've come to the conclusion, yeah, I do like tall women. I like longer legs, and I like to see booty meat jiggle during doggy style sex. Therefore, yes, a tall and thick woman is my thing. And even though a slim chick, even though it can be something, I talked about this on the previous show when I was talking about the other little skinny chick I messed with. It's something very sexy and, like, don't get me wrong, it's something sexy, feminine, and elegant about a chick that is that size 4. They look very good in a nightgown, and it's something graceful, elegant, and feminine about it. Don't get me wrong. So I get it and I understand it. However, if you just skinny as hell, little A cups, no ass, I mean, just at a glance, I mean, I'm not going to just sit there and say that they got a little boy body, but they be looking like they got little boy bodies. I mean, no, but there is a way to pull off being skinny. Like, you could be skinny and still, your hips can come out, wider than your midsection, and you can still have an hourglass shape. You could still be sexy. And it's something, don't get me wrong, it's something sexy about a little bitty chick. Women are supposed to be small. They're supposed to be smaller than men. Like, so I think we're hardwired to see that as sexy and feminine. So let's not discount that. But I just know where I'm personally at, and it could just be a product of my environment, where I grew up at, my economic class for the most of my life. I don't know what I'm not going to try to explain it or psychoanalyze it. I just know a relatively small waist with some wide hips and a fat ass and booty meat jiggling and bouncing during doggy style. That's what I got to have. If put it like this, and I've said this before, and maybe I didn't quite understand it. It's been skinny chicks that I've messed with for a period of time, let's say 6 months. I can't fuck a skinny chick for 6 months. I will get bored. Not bored during but no, well, yeah. Well, you know how it happens when you get tired, you having sex with the same person and you get tired of it. That happens sooner. That happens a lot faster if the girl is skinny. For me, if she got a small waist and a fat ass and know how to bend over and arc that thing, I cannot get tired of hitting that from the back. I can't. I cannot get tired of hitting that from the back. That is yet to have happened ever. I cannot get tired of doing that. But skinny chick, no lady lumps, no booty meat jiggling. I can't. Now keep in mind, I'm not advocating for It was some women platinum put up on his screen, and all the guys unanimously said, "Oh yeah, I would definitely hit that." Even my man Fantastic, even Fantastic was down with it. That one particular chick, if y'all remember the stream, the chick that was in the gray, light skinned chick, had a cute face. No, I wouldn't hit that. So keep in mind, I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that kind of big girl. I am not talking about that. That chick that they had over on Platinum Screen when Game Changer was over there talking about big girls are easy, that's why y'all like them. And they was trying to say big girls wasn't easy, and I'm not going to dig into that right now. But that chick that they had on the screen as an example, who did have a cute face but was fat as hell, that particular chick, no, I would not hit that. If y'all remember that chick, I would not hit that. There was a time when I would have. But right now, no, I wouldn't do it. But Jada LaRue, thank you for that Cash App. I gave you a wrench for dropping that $50 Cash App on me. I appreciate that. T. Rittler says, stepped out for a man. Did you take her to breakfast before you got the goods? Took her to breakfast before I got the goods. Bought the air mattresses after I got the goods for like 2 weeks. That used to be my philosophy, GA boy. He said at 3 a.m. and nobody around, you hitting her, Bernard. That used to be my philosophy. It really was. But eventually I got to the point where I was like, nah. I had to quit doing this stuff. I had to quit doing that. Had to get a standard. Jessica X in the building. What's up, Jessica? I tried to. There you go. Shout out. Who else we had in here? Ray Clemens. I feel you, fam. Same here, homie. I think he talking about that booty meat. That's a wife body. You talking about them size 4, size 6? Yeah, and it's some truth to that. If you going in for the long haul, yeah, get you a size 4, who might be a size 6 after the first kid. And if she's shaped right and she get up to a size 8, she might get up to just right. You know, a nice size 8 with a small waist. I can dig that. So if you in it for the long haul, yeah, skinny chick is the way to go. If you're in it for a long haul, you looking for a wife? Yeah, I want that. That's where it's at. Somebody said slim thick is wife material. Don't even say never. A peace leaf drought is always around the corner. You know what? When I stopped lowering my standard just to get some sex, yes, droughts were more likely to happen. And I was like, when you go on Tinder and you get your little matches and you see who all matched on you and you see who messaging you and you're like, God damn it, are these my options this week? Am I gonna go ahead and I think I'm about to just take a knee on the goal line. I started taking a knee on these. I started taking a knee on them big chicks. I was like, nah, I can't do it no more. But post marriage, I was taking all comers, anything's a go. I was just so happy to be getting some new pussy that it taking all comers. That was like my first year or two after the marriage. Anybody could get it. And then I had to pump the brakes on that shit. I had to pump the brakes on it. I had to be willing to take a drought to have a better standard. better quality. I had to choose quality over quantity. I had to choose quality over quantity. Black Wolf Inc. says she had that jiggly, 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 jiggly jack. Yeah, bold in the. Okay, this might be rap lyrics that I'm not aware of because I'm lame. Yeah, bold in the fame, cold in the game. Did that rhyme? I tried to do it. Manosphere shout out Sir Ism. Somebody said I need to get Sir Ism on the show. The one time he hopped up on my panel, he was talking and it sounded like he was rapping. I don't know that much about the guy. The panels he be on are panels I don't listen to that much. But every time I've heard him talking, the homeboy sound like he be rapping. Sound like he be spitting bars. Somebody said I got to get him on here. Damn, I might get in the topic. We kill dragons. What's your exact height and weight preference? 5'9" is the exact height. I don't know on the weight. I don't know on the weight. It's wiggle room on that for me. And 5'9" is tall. Like I want to show y'all. I mean, truth be told, I've had pictures of my girl up on this channel before. Truth be told. So I mean there's that. But I want to show y'all a picture of a certain level of thickness. That is some thickness that is, yes, I could rock with that. But like, yes, I definitely like that, but it's like 3 cheeseburgers away. Somebody said 5'9" is huge. I like 5'9". 5'9" is perfect for me because I'm 6'1". And so when she put on heels, she not taller than me. We about the same height. Unless she put on some real tall heels, then she might be an inch taller than me. And I could live with that. I could rock with that. I messed with a chick that was 6'1" as well. She might have been 6'1 and a half. And she was me and her never went out where she had on heels. Me and her never went out where she had on heels, and so I didn't get that experience of a chick walking around like up 6'4", 6'5", towering over me. But actually, I enjoyed. I don't get it twisted. I enjoyed that 6'1" chick. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I enjoyed it. That was how I really, really, truly figured out. Black Wolf, you 6'6". I don't know why. I don't know. I wouldn't assume that. I would not have assumed you were 6'6". I don't know why I would or wouldn't. But let me try to see if I can find something. Okay, I stumbled across something. I didn't want to use this one. Yeah, Black Wolf, did you play some ball in high school? How old are you and can you still dunk? I'm actually liking this show today. I am not on the topic whatsoever, but we in here just chilling. And I'm enjoying this thing. Yeah, I think y'all can see the lady on the screen. Now she is 5'9", 5'10". So I think she's 5'10" or 5'9". Now when y'all look at that, now by the way, I like all of that. Give me all of that with a side of that and a little bit more of that sprinkled on top. I'm definitely feeling that what we're seeing right there on the screen. Now she's 5'9". All the ass, titties, hips, thighs, and all of that shit, that weighs something. Like that shit weighs something. I wouldn't be shocked if that's woman is probably over 200 pounds. Now, I don't like to go down this rabbit hole because I do believe people like Kevin Samuels is doing the Lord's work by letting black women know that y'all ass need to get in shape, that y'all need to drop some damn pounds. So somebody said she's at least 210. My woman is built similar to that. My woman is built similar to that. I'm not just gonna say she's exactly that, but she's built similar to that. Nah, she ain't Photoshop. She had actual videos up. She had actual videos walking around. Whoever says he thinks she's 165ish, you do not know weight. Yeah, saying good catch, good. I mean, this ain't my woman. I'm not going to show my woman, but I'm just showing y'all the type of thickness I like. Did have a picture up of my woman earlier where y'all could see that just at a glance, just looking at because me and her, we were kind of like standing. You could kind of see. You can kind of see that she was kind of built. She was built similar to that. Somebody say she's at least 190. Somebody saying she's not 200. No, that 5'9", 5'10", that is 200 pounds. Easy. See, y'all don't be knowing weight. Y'all just be saying anything. It's a fitness chick that's built like this. That it's a fitness chick that's built like this. That's like 210 pounds, and she posts pictures when she was 230, and got down to like 210, 200, and was built very similar to this. Oh shit! Don't get me you know, mess around. Even though I don't like chicks with whips and stuff, that ain't your job. I break out the whips. Nah, shit. Don't. Somebody said Shane Bishop said I see obesity in her future. Now, where I'm at on black women, when it comes to the weight thing, even if we adjust it for ass and titties and hips and thighs and give them a 15-pound cushion, the chicks calling into Kevin Samuels' show with 2 kids, 210 pounds at 35, talking about they looking for a high value man, they still tripping. Because even if we gave her, even if we put the BMI on a curve for black women, it's still give her a 15-point curve. So drop that 215, drop it down to 195. 5'4", 195. I mean, she probably, yeah. So even if we adjust to BMI, damn, M Stewart, you good. That's exactly who I was talking about. All right, now I'm about to bust your head. Hold on. I'm about to bust your head with this now. Hold on. M Stewart, you are good. God damn. Just knew who to. Whenever I say something vague and obscure, you will just come out the woodwork and know exactly what I'm talking about. Damn it. Post her name again. Hold on. We're going to get this right. You said the name of the exact person I was talking about. A fitness chick that's built. M Stewart, you got to post that again. What was her name? Anawa. Okay, there we go. Yep, there we go. Got it. I'm about to show y'all the exact picture. Now, this chick is 5'11", I believe. This chick is 5. I'm gonna shout out all the super chats. Give me a minute. I'm doing some investigative journalism right here. Hold on. All right. If I could blow this up a little bit more. Okay, I need to blow that down a little bit. Hold on. All right. Now, let's see. The pic on the right was taken almost a year ago after my fibroid removal surgery. My goal was to tone and bulk. Honestly, I go through the period. Sometimes I want to be lean, and other days I want to be thicker than a Snicker. I'm currently 227 pounds. So this person, she is right here. She's 223 pounds, and they're gonna ask her weight in the comment. I mean her height in the comment section. They're gonna ask her height. So just want y'all to see. Hold up. But I mean, just looking right here, this ain't a big ass one. I mean, okay, for some of y'all, yes. But right here, I mean, I think she's 5'10". I think she's 5'10" and 200 pounds right there, or 199. Damn it. Is she 5'9" or 5'10"? I think she's 5'10". I'm pretty positive she's 5'10". I can't remember. I'm going to have to change this damn title. Like she probably like she could be very well 220 right there. She could very well be 220 right there. 99.9% of y'all smashing. And if y'all was looking for a wife, I would say probably 85.9% of y'all wifing. 95.9% of y'all wifing, if you're actually looking for one. That's why when it comes to the weight thing, and a general rule and principle, yes, when in doubt, lose the damn weight. Kevin Samuels ain't tripping. Lose the damn weight. But at the same time, I do want to see him. But I do think he's doing the Lord's work, because even if we concede that every black chick who's over the body mass index chart, even if we concede that point, that every black chick that's over the body mass index chart do not look fat, sloppy, out of shape, horrible. The fact of the matter is, it don't get to overweight. I mean, to 80% overweight or obese. It don't get that damn high. It just does not get that damn high unless it's a lot of fat, sloppy built walking around. So the weight thing is a problem. The weight thing is a problem. So I'm not. The people who's talking about black women need to lose weight for health reasons or just for to increase the probability of finding a man who actually want to commit to him and be with him, and all that, whatever the reason is, whether it's for health, whether it's for like your own personal eye candy, pleasure, sex, whatever the hell. Yeah. The 80% is too damn high. The 80% is too damn high. Oh, these a bunch of before and after. She a trainer chick, so these some of her clients or whatever. I'm trying to okay, we don't need nobody kids. Get your kids, get your goddamn kids off here. I don't want to see no kids. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. All right. Now we man. But that's 200 something pounds. And I say, give me that. Give me all of that with a side of that and a little bit more of that sprinkled on the top. God damn it. And that's 200 pounds. 5'10", 5'9". I think 5'10". That's at least that picture on the left where she said 200 pounds. She's at least that size. I don't know if she's that size right now in this picture, but we know she anywhere from 199 to 220. And somebody's saying that's not for me. Hey, respect that. Respect that. I ain't over here to argue with nobody about their preferences. Now, I do think it is some people. It is some people. And shout out to Game Changer for pointing this out. There are some people who are reduced down to big girls, but they're trying to make it seem like they have a preference for big girls. Oh man, all big girls, man, they're big girls, big girls. They try to, no. That's what's available to you. So that's what's available to you. But don't try to make it seem like that's truly your preference. Now, if you're talking about a chick that ain't body mass index that weigh more and she looks like this, all right. I'm in. It ain't a size 4 on earth that I would take over this woman right here. I'm sorry. If I was told this is the only woman you could have sex with for the next 5 years, it ain't a size 4 on earth that I would take over this woman right here, built like that. However, that 80% is too goddamn high. And we not about to sit here and pretend like the chicks that's built like this, or the last woman that I showed that was clearly over 200 pounds. Some of y'all was saying 185. Somebody said 165. No, you don't understand weight and height. That last chick I showed was clearly over 200 pounds. But most of y'all looked at it and said, yeah, most of y'all looked at it and was feeling it. Some of y'all wouldn't. Some of y'all wasn't, and I respect that. I respect that y'all like them. You like them small, you like them small. But we're not about to sit here and pretend like when we let women like this or the other woman that I showed, when we let them, what the hell? Somebody said doggy style only. Why doggy style only? You trying to say she ugly? You got to answer that one, Falcon Black. You got to answer that one. You don't even say doggy style only if a chick ugly. Golden Child in the building. Salute. No, don't give me some laughing face emojis, Falcon Black. You got to answer this question. Why'd you say doggy style only? Was that to mean that she was ugly? Yeah, I think that's an average face. That's definitely an above average face. Y'all are tripping. Yeah, I don't know what average is. Like average is in the middle. Zero in the building says after the honeymoon period, she gets comfortable and you're dealing with pushing her through the crib in a wheelchair because belly flop. Okay, sure, sure. But right now though, but today, I'm only worrying about today. But no, I understand the long term consequences of a thicker broad. I understand the long term consequences of that. And that's why I say that I'm not the people who say if you get a chick who's has the hourglass shape at a size 4 and size 6, those ones when they tend to gain weight, even if they get up to a size 8 or a size 10, they still have that same shape. But when they start out at whatever size she is, I don't know dress sizes very well, but whatever dress size she is, it is very possible that it ain't gonna hold. I mean, she's gonna have to work hard to keep it. Put it like that. She's gonna have to work hard to keep it. I'll say that. Thank you, Nick Penn said she's a strong 8. Like, yeah, like no, that's not an unattractive face at all. I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna hold myself to Kevin Samuels' way of rating where he don't use sevens, but that's bare minimum a 7. Bare minimum a 7 in the face. Or let me just double check. Let me see if it's some. Oh, y'all are tripping. Y'all tripping y'all ass off. That is a sexy woman. Yeah, y'all are out y'all damn mind. Y'all trying to say she average looking in the face. Y'all are out of y'all damn mind. That's looking 8ish. Yeah, real talk. She looked like Six to Goddess right there. Where do y'all rank Six to Goddess face since we go in there? Somebody said a 5. If anybody say she a 5, you got to take the link and show your woman or show the last 3 women you had sex with. You niggas standards ain't that damn high. She looking like Six to Goddess right there. Y'all tripping. Somebody said Six to Goddess is a 9. Okay, somebody says, "How did I not catch what Falcon meant by doggy style?" Hey, I was probably doing a bunch of things at one time. It sounded like he said at a glance while the chat was moving. It sounded like he said I would hit that doggy style only. Now I don't know if he meant I definitely would hit that doggy style preferably or only because the ass was so nice. But some people, and maybe this is just regional, whenever dudes say doggy style only, they basically saying her face is trash or she her body look way better than her face. I don't want to see her face. It's normally to imply that the chick is unattractive facially, so I'm just hitting it doggy style. So that's how I interpreted what he said. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Jada LaRue said, I got to show my last set of women. No, because I'm not up here saying that that's a 5. If I was up here trashing her saying that this woman who's clearly a 7 or 8, if I was up here saying she's a 5, then by all means, I need then yeah, I would have to show something. I would definitely have to show something. If you're gonna grade that tough, then we need to see something. If you grading that tough. She's a black woman, of course. We know she support Big Mala. We know that. We know that. Oh, and she supports I forgot her name. I almost called her Toronto Burke. Who is this chick? Damn it. Alabama. Shit. Y'all know this broad. Stacey Abrams. I didn't even want to look. I was sitting here looking down, trying not to look up at the screen because I wanted to remember what her name was. I just couldn't. Nick Penn says 7-8 seems consensus. Hold on, what is going on? I'm being hacked. It's moving by itself. Who the hell are these folks? I am being hacked. It started moving by itself. Oh shit, here y'all go. Here y'all go. That's up close on the face. That's minimal makeup. So if y'all want to get a facial rating, there it is. Y'all want a facial rating, there it is. Oh, there we go. We got video. Hold on, let me zoom out now. Oh, damn. I didn't even know she had titties like that. Oh, shit. She would be a problem for a micro person. Obsidian, what is the big 6 standards for black women? You mean your 6 standards? Interesting. But yeah. So all these looking at all these pictures, I didn't even know all them titties was yeah, I didn't even know she had titties like that. Somehow I didn't know. But yeah. So I've said this once, I said it before. There are women like this who are over 200 pounds and look damn good. That we let a woman like this under a tent, then all the sloppy built, out of shape, 200 plus pound unshapely broads want to try to storm the camp. They storming it like Helm's Deep. They they got ladders, the little barricade things. Hear the Lord of the Rings music, dun, dun, dun. And they just trying to barricade through the wall, through the door. They got, remember how the orcs had those ladders? They brought those ladders up to the walls and tried to climb over it. That's what the unshapely big broads be trying to do when somebody let a 200-pound chick like this under the tent over the wall. It's like no. And it gives them that excuse to just carry on as they doing. And then the delusion of, yeah, somebody like it, somebody hitting it. So then it turns into a whole shite storm. A whole shite storm where we don't want, where, yeah, a lot of chicks need to lose weight. That 80% is too damn high. But every chick that falls into that 80% is not a part of the problem. But in general, yeah, they need to tighten it up and bring it down. The average black woman in this country is 187 pounds. Average white woman 170 pounds. Al Boogie just said she isn't the norm. There are others built like a tooth. Yeah, yeah. But sexy as hell, though. Sexy as hell. But what prompted me down this rabbit hole is when they were saying, "What's your ideal height and weight?" I really can't say. I got to see it. I mean, I can give you my ideal height. That's 5'9". But typically, I got to see it. Typically, and like I said, a woman built like that, I'm taking that over a size 4, 10 times out of 10. 10 times out of 10. Not that this is the norm. I understand that people saying this ain't the norm, but 10 times out of 10. Oh, here go another. Oh shit. She said she 238 right there. That 212 right there, I'm taking that over a size 4, 10 times out of 10. Now, for people that saying the body won't hold up, we seeing a glimpse now. See, that 238 is starting to weigh on her. You see, it's starting to get to the point where it ain't gonna hold up. It's starting to, yeah. I mean, you could see the difference. You can see right down there for her, 212, probably 200 even is a sweet spot for her where she could be over 200 pounds and still look damn good. But you can kind of tell that if she would stayed up around that 238 and kept going, yeah, the end is nigh. So there it is. But come on, y'all know that is getting all that work, though. That is still getting all that work. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about that. See, at Nick Penn, like she go up to 240, she done. Yeah, see, she getting to the point where this is gonna start hanging over. You can't tell from this picture, but it's gonna be some rolls on the back. It's gonna be, but yeah. But anyway, I'm going to change this title. This was a fun conversation. Started out talking about Mattress Gate and then start talking about a number of things. Start talking about women and body types and ass and titties. Ass and titties. Okay, that was a song. Anyway, I'm gonna put the link in the chat. Well, I'm gonna get caught up. Well, I'm gonna put the link in the chat. Then I'm gonna get caught up on super chats. I'm gonna put the link in the chat, and then I'm gonna get caught up on super chats. Charles says she got 2 weapons. Jada LaRue said she need to drop below 200. No, that 212 is fine for me, but I mean, she can to play it safe. But I showed a picture of her at 200 pounds and she was banging at that right at 200. But I mean, still 5'9", 200 pounds or 5'10", 200 pounds. But the point of this was just to show that it's hard to just draw a hard line in the sand when it comes to weight. It's hard to draw a hard line in the sand. But I think women should definitely be looking at that. No, they're younger. They definitely need to be looking at the weight thing. Need to be looking at the weight and trying not to be over that damn body mass index. They try to be right in the middle of what is considered a healthy weight. They do need to be trying to do that. bare minimum, right in the middle of what is considered to be a healthy weight. They do need to do that. Mr. Wright in the building with a super chat. Appreciate that. We also have, okay, I can't even pull up no more super chats. So who the hell is that chick? Oh, she got like some little video thing that I made a mistake and clicked on. You can tell she work out. She got muscles in them big ass legs. All right, I'm supposed to be getting the super chats, but I'm getting caught back up in them. Caught back up in these pictures. Give y'all a good one to look at. Yeah, okay. Some people be talking about they don't like women in jeans, man. I like an ass and some balled up, smushed up into some jeans that she just struggled to put on. I like that shit. But anyway. Charles Merkham says she's a mother of two dudes that roughed up. She's a mother of two dudes that roughed up Juicy Smouye. Yeah, stupid, man. Yeah, stupid. All right. All right, let me get these super chats. Man. I appreciate everybody. The link in the chat. I see Pablo down there. Pablo about to come on up in a second. I got you, Pablo. Hang on for a minute. Let me reel off some super chats. Shout out to Charles Merchant who just said she's the mother of two dudes that roughed up Juicy Smouye. Mr. Wright in the building with super chat. Good man. He said, "Did y'all miss Shahrazad Ali talked about Kevin Samuels? It was on Napa Shadah's last show. The stamp is 3128. She literally said, we don't cook, but do a lot of eating. He don't want us weighing 200 pounds, 250 pounds. I did not see that, but I am aware that she was on there. Al Boogie in the building says, she isn't the norm. There are others built like a tooth. Very true. Very true. How did you not catch what Falcon Black meant when he said doggy style? That was for a circle. I actually read that one. Ray Clemens in the building. He says, this is why I can't rock with the whole dress size thing. It's subjective. A size 4 shaped like an ironing board ain't going. Yeah, that's true, but I still believe that Mr. Samuels is doing the Lord's work, and I'm not going to get in the way of him doing the Lord's work. But y'all asked me some personal questions today, so I put it out there. Ass and legs can hold and conceal a lot of weight. Yes, they can. If you like her, I'm sure you'd like Natalia Garbrito. Well, that was Ray. Well, Corner Store Podcast says ass and legs can hold a lot of weight. Shout out to Corner Store Podcast. That was Ray Clemens with the last one. And now this is Ace in Spades. He says, if you like her, I'm sure you like Natalia. This is a foreign sounding name, Garabato. I think I said that right. The Pope sure as hell did when he liked her Instagram pic. The Pope liked her Instagram pic. Wow. Nick Penn in the building with Super Chat, he says, this is what we mean by IG grade. Builder of Truth says, I dunk on both of you ninjas. I think he's talking about Black Wolf, who said he's 6'6" or 6'7" or something like that. Mr. Shane Vicious in the building with Super Chat, he says, sometimes you need a slump buster to get back in the flow. Although nothing will come from it, it does give you a chance to improve your stroke game. He was referring to when the discussion of smashing fat chicks was on the table. Indigenous TV says, if her ass don't clap when you smack it, send her back. I won't send her back, but I do like to asses do need to be clapping. I like to see booty meat jiggle. But Utopia, thank you for the super chat. She says, he said once right before meeting my mom, they've been married for 40 years now. Oh, well, hold on. I asked you, was your dad tricking on your mom? And you're saying he said once right before meeting. Okay. So he did some tricking before he met your mom. Okay. So we're just going to pretend like he didn't do no tricking on your mom. Okay. Okay. They've been married for 40 years now. That's good though. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Come from a good home, a stable family. Wonderful. That's beautiful. We Kill Dragons says, what's your exact height and weight preference? That got us into this. That's what got us into this. So thank you for truth as I know it for changing the whole tenor of the discussion today. Change it in potentially a good way. We'll see when the panel gets on up. But yeah, that was the one that changed the whole thing because I saw people putting out different, weights and whatnot, and I'm like, okay, it's a little kind when you like big legs, ass, hips, thighs, and all of that on a smaller waist. It's like it's hard to just stick right to the weight game. Is this you got to see it. It's but I mean that's I'm a me personally nigga today, and that's fine. Did she smoke or drink cheap liquor? Oh, he's talking about the mattress chick. Yes. That's Malcolm in the middle, 87. Okay, I think that covers it. I think that covers it. All we got is my man Pablo coming on up. Oh, we got my man Pablo coming on up. Give me 1 second, Pablo. Let me put in my earpiece so I can hear you. Let me make sure thing turned off.
What's up, man?
Give me one.
You were Borgin.
I was Borgin when?
Like right now, or am I Borgin? I don't know.
Oh no, I might have been Borgin. I saw like a little Wi-Fi sign pop up on my computer, like my Wi-Fi like flickered a little bit. So something probably happened. But anyway, I think I'm good now. But anyway, what's up? What you got, Pablo? What you got?
Okay, so now you're a former ball player, right? Right,
That
Bernard.
is correct.
You hoop a little. Okay.
Not apparently
So
not
now,
no more, man. I got out there recently and it was man. I
well, I don't mean now.
I know. I'm just talking trash to myself, man. It's bad. Damn, he just fell off. It's bad out there. I'm man, I get so winded doing simple stuff. It's like I can get on an elliptical and go at a steady pace, but when it come to full blown running like hard burst and then stopping and going and stopping and going and just going hard, no steady pace, just that stuff is difficult. That's kind of real difficult for me at closing in on 40. But
Yeah.
anyway, what's going on, Pablo? Go ahead, you got the floor. But no, you was asking me I you brought up that I used to play basketball. So yes,
Right.
to answer your question,
Right.
yes.
So to go down this rabbit hole with you,
Mhm.
when you're playing basketball and you're in the developmental phases, it helps to go and play with what? Better players, older players more skilled, right?
Mhm.
It helps your game. Well, see, you and Fantastic, I know y'all have y'all's preferences and all of that, but y'all are a part of the problem.
I can agree to some degree with that. Even though, let me just draw this line in the sand. Fantastic goes places that I won't go when it comes to the bigger women. It's a lot of women that he's given the okay for that he would go. I no, nope, I'm not going. so
Yeah,
he's
and I give a little.
if it's a problem, he's more of the problem than me. I'll say that.
Yeah, and I give a little leeway to Fantastic because he's 6'5" and 260. So I mean, I kind of get it with him. To him, some of these girls are petite standing next to him, right? So, but see, black men in general, you and Fantastic kind of represent a large swath of black men, right? And so when black women hear that, they don't hear, oh, she don't have a gut, oh, she got a
Mm-hmm.
20, oh, she got a 26-inch waist. They don't hear that part.
That's true.
All they hear
I,
is look at that booty.
mm-hmm.
And so it gives them license to go further and further and further. What I notice about other groups of men is they make the damn standard that they like so damn impossible, so damn high that they end up with a bunch of average fucking women, a large swath of them that are in the realm of reasonableness.
Mm-hmm.
But when you throw in the thick shit, it's like throwing fuckery in the game because
I
now, yeah, now it's like miniature license. They're not going to say women aren't going to split hairs like that. They're just going to say, oh, he like ass. That's all. That's it. They don't hear no further than that.
I agree. I agree with you 100%. That's why if you notice, I've never done formal content on this subject, and every time that I've talked about it, I kind of got roped into it. And I'm not going to just lie and say, "Oh no, she got to be a size 4" if I know I don't operate like that.
I get it.
And
Yeah.
and so I'm not going to lie. However, that everything that you're saying is right, and that's why that's what I mean when I said they storm it like the beaches of Normandy or like Helm's Deep. Here they come. Even though if we let this chick over the wall, here come a bunch of other ones. I was like, oh, I'm 200 pounds too, and then now it's okay to be 200 pounds, and
Right. It's like
that's why I don't like to talk about it, because I'm getting in the way of people. I don't want to get in the way of people like Kevin Samuels and Game Changer, who's really truly trying to have a sensible conversation about black women needing to overall lose weight. And
yeah.
I'm stunting progress by doing this. That's why I don't do content on that. But if you ask me my preference, I'm gonna say that, yeah, I'm gonna say what I like.
Well,
But
you and I could hang out at the club together all the time because we don't have the same taste in chicks.
oh no, because you remember the mattress chick, she was like 105 pounds. I think I can't
Yeah, but that's
remember.
not your. But yeah, you'll do it.
Oh
But that
no.
ain't a keeper. That She's not a keeper for you. See, for me, she a keeper.
Okay.
See, if she 5'3", 120 pounds, 119, 115, oh yeah, I'm keeping.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Yeah.
keeping because my uncle told me years ago. He said, "Boy, don't you ever marry no brick house because she bound to expand outside the lines." So your girls, the fun girls for you, are the keepers for me,
Mm.
and the fun girls for me are the keepers for you.
That's kind
You
of
see what I'm
accurate.
saying? All that booty meat and all that shaking. Oh yeah, I like it for a night. I'm good with it, but I can't keep them. I gotta throw them back.
Yeah, and when they real skinny like that, I like them for a period of time. I like it. I do. I really I do. But I get bored with it if it ain't ain't
I
enough
mean, it's
booty meat.
okay. It's
It's,
okay. I'm not. You
yeah.
know, I'm not slamming a brother. I'm just saying it's okay. I got another thing going on over here, and
No.
so I think the breadth and width of the types and of women that black men will accept are so freaking vast that it makes it difficult for us to have a standard.
I agree. I agree. I
It
listen.
ain't all on them. It ain't all on them. Some of it's on us.
Yeah, and that's why I'm not gonna fight you on that one. I'm seriously not gonna fight you on that one. It do need to be a standard. They do need to understand that yeah, if you, especially if you, the results you're looking to get, yes, being
Okay.
smaller is better. Rule of thumb. I don't care how small your waist is, how much ass you got. The general rule of thumb: be smaller, and you increase your chances. Yeah.
I mean, you
Yeah.
Negroes got to decide what y'all like. Do you want them thick or do you want them thin? Do you want them hoes or do you want them virgins? I mean, you can't like. Come on, make up your mind. Pick a, you know,
Right.
pick a square and stand on it.
Well, I
Yeah.
think that I think the problem is that if I may, Pablo. And what's going on, Bernard?
Hey, what's going on?
My see, it's not that black women don't at this juncture. And now we're getting ready to come into the spring of 2021. And black women, it's been documented that black women watch more television and consume more social media than anyone. And the reason why I make that statement is because of what you said, Pablo, how black women interpret black male expressed preferences in black women, right? So you had said that all they'll see is just a big booty and don't see everything else. That's bunk. They see all the models and whatnot on that Bernard showed us from Instagram. They see exactly what's going on here. They're very aware of it. They're very aware of it. So I don't buy the idea that they just don't know all the other stuff. They just hear one thing. No, that's what they want you to accept. And a lot of black men do. As for the you know what turns Bernard's crank and by extension other black men, I don't see what's productive in having that conversation. But I will say this. I think, and you mentioned Kevin, I think that because he often asks this question of the lovely ladies that call his show. I like the way Dennis Sperling Esquire put that, so I'm going to use that. The lovely ladies, the way he often asks the lovely ladies, why do you need a man? Why do you need a top performing man? Why do you need a high value man? Why do you need a brother that's making six figures or better? Why? And they can never give a straight answer to that question. It can never be a concise answer to that question. And the reason why I'm saying that and bringing it to this conversation, I think it's very important for both black men and black women to ask, why do they want a relationship? Why do they want to get married? Why do they want to be with somebody else? Why? We never really had that conversation. And I think if, bringing it to your discussion right now, Bernard, I think it's very helpful if black men, since this is a black men's show, I think it's very helpful for a lot of black men to really ponder, why they want a woman in their life, whatever that reason is, whatever the duration is, what have you. I think it's very important to get to the why, because I think a lot of the problems that Black America faces along these lines really stems from the fact that, we even have a term for it called situationships. That there's no specific purpose or reason why we're there. We just kind of wind up together. In my own personal life, and I mentioned the big six, those are my own specific criteria of what I want in a woman in my life for. It was interesting. We had this conversation recently. There's another problem I have with a lot of black folks, black men and black women alike. We don't ask questions. We don't actively listen, and we don't ask questions. We got to learn to be more inquisitive, be curious. We just want to talk to be heard instead of, seeking to understand. So it was interesting that nobody asked me, I'm sitting there, why do you have to have that? Because I was waiting for somebody to ask the question and nobody did. And the reason is very simple. I'm a businessman. I need somebody that's going to help the brand. A striking woman helps the brand. A woman with the right type of educational pedigree helps the brand, and so on. Now, I'm not saying that you have to do what I do. What I am suggesting is you should be more thoughtful as to why you're doing it. So if you want a particular woman in your life, why? To achieve what end? It doesn't mean that you have to get married to her. It doesn't mean you have to run a business like me. It can just be a casual sexual thing. That's fine. But you understand why you're doing it. Because I think that impacts the ultimate outcome. A lot of discussion around black love discourse on the black female and black male side talks about outcomes, which is important. But we never talk about inputs. We never talk about why you're doing this. Why did you do that? What were you looking to achieve? For a marriage or failing that, a long-term relationship to work, you have to have a really compelling reason why it needs to exist. Otherwise, there's no point in it. I need something to work because I'm a businessman. I'm operating a brand. I need something to help with the brand. So why do you need to do what you need to do? Whatever that is. I think that's a much, instead of kind of, going back and forth over men's preferences and a woman, I think it's much richer discussion to discuss for all of us. Why do you need a woman in your life? To what end? Whatever she may look like, whatever turns your crank, why do you need her in your life? To achieve what? If it's just to achieve just, sexual satisfaction, okay. I think that's a big problem with since Pablo's here, I think that's a big problem with the SYSBM debate. Because it really boils down to, so you have guys like Pablo on one side saying, I want to get a wife. Okay. But the perception of that, for lack of a better way of putting it, movement is that these guys are just seeking short-term casual sex, a la, sex tourism and the like. And my thing is that, okay, so what? See, I think the part of the problem with the SYSBM guys, if you will, is that they kind of, rail against that. My position is, so what? So what if a man wants to have, a sexual companion? And
I agree.
as long as he's clear that that's what he wants to do and is willing to find a woman that is willing to do it, what's the problem? I think that there needs to be, and I would love to see more sisters on the other side doing the same thing, but we can't get the lovely ladies to do that. That's something they have to come to on their own. But I would like to see more brothers on our side of the fence talk more about deliberation and thoughtfulness as to why you want a woman, whether she white, black, Brazilian, Dominican, ADOS, whatever. Why do you want her in your life? Why? To achieve what end? And the whole point of me putting out in my own personal life, the whole point of me putting out the Big Six was to demonstrate and to illustrate that I'm very thoughtful about what it is that I do. It's not willy-nilly. It's not just something that just happened. It was a situationship. I'm very deliberate to achieve a particular goal, of which sex is at the very end of it, by the way. And that's a reflection of the fact that in a long-term relationship or marriage, sex plays a relatively small role. I think the average sexual encounter is like 15 minutes, even in the adult world. I mean, you can. I can't use all of the terminology because I don't want to get my good friend Bernard in trouble. But I mean, you go and look that up. I mean, the average videos there are under 20 minutes. So what else are you going to do in the remaining time in the day?
All right, Black Wolf, that was actually a really good timeout that you did. Yeah, no problems with that timeout. You don't need to apologize for it. Emancipated Negress in the building with the super chat says, everyone is not going to like the same thing. You should be able to enjoy what you like in peace. No consensus needed. I believe that's just a coded way of saying, take me as I am, take us as we are. I think that's all she's trying to smuggle under the table right there. What would you say, Pablo?
Trying to sneak in the fuckery, yeah.
Yeah. Just try to just smuggle it in. Just try to slide the fuckery under the table. Hope we don't notice. Yeah, that's more or less what just happened right there. I'm pretty good at decoding the fuckery. What'd you say to that, Obsidian? Do you agree with my assessment that she just tried to smuggle in a little fuckery on take us as we are fuckery under the table?
Well, I'm not in a position to be a mind reader of this lady, but I will say is that that is clearly the position of many lovely ladies in the Black American community. We have evidence to this effect in song. Shout out to Mary J. Blige in writing that has appeared on the Ebony website. That is that seems to be the groundswell consensus of a lot of lovely ladies in the Black American community. Um, and they have the right to feel that way. That's how they feel about it. That's fine. The market will sort that out, whether the black men that they have their designs on agree with that particular position or not.
Hey, for you and Bernard Obsidian, there is a video circulating of Tyrese's now estranged wife, basically co-signing almost everything Kevin Samuels was saying about uh, the high value, the wealthy, the entertainers, athletes, all of that. She basically is saying, and I believe I saw it on maybe on Willie D on Willie D's YouTube channel. And she's basically saying, hey, ladies, if you want to be married to one of these guys, let me hip you to what it's really like. And she wasn't like negatively slamming her estranged husband too bad, but what she was saying is, hey, if you want to be that, yeah, you got to play this role. And there are thousands and thousands of other women after your man. And so you have to be able to be willing to be submissive and to be that woman. And if you're not, don't why are you barking up that tree? She
Oh, yeah,
basically
yeah. She,
co-signed
yeah,
everything.
I heard about that, and I agree with the, I would imagine soon to be ex Mrs. Tyrese. But believe her name is Samantha something or other. But in any event, but there's something else to that, Pablo. In addition to what she said that we both agree with, and this is something that Kevin often attempts to convey to the lovely ladies that call his show, is that it's a pretty difficult life in the sense that, okay, so we're talking about black women's appearance and whatnot. So the women that Bernard showed on IG, right? These are women that, number one, spend a lot of time on their appearance. It's a job. It's pretty much like a full-time job. You're looking at bare minimum 20, 25 hours a week. And that's on top of, very likely, they've had work done. Now, we don't need to go into all the particulars, but everybody understands what I mean. So just that component alone, I mean, how many black women are willing to do that?
And they in the gym at 5 a.m. I was listening to one of these the I am athlete podcast, and they had the wives of these NFL athletes, and they were like, yeah, well, I'm up at 5 a.m. I'm in the gym, I go home, I deal with the kids, I do a lunch or whatever, and then I go back later in the evening and do my cardio. And so yeah, and that's a 5 day a week situation for them. Just yeah, and then they doing their nails, the hair, yeah, and the Dr. Miami body work. So they
Right.
doing all of it.
You look at that, and with the doctor, I mean, so we're clear on this, so everybody's on the same page. The Dr. Miami thing, you're looking at depending, on average, you're looking at somewhere around 50 grand, if not more. So I mean, you're talking about major investment, major money, major time commitment. I mean, that's not even, like you said, the one lady that you talked about, that's on top of her dealing with kids, which we know the vast majority of black women already bring to the table anyway. So a real question emerges: how many black women, going back to Tyrese's estranged wife, how many lovely ladies are, down for that type of commitment, to be with that type of guy? And that's a real question. Somebody like me, I'm up at 4. I'm at work, at the crack of dawn. And I'm at it until about 10 o'clock at night, 7 days a week. That's the price of success. So how many of these ladies are willing to pay the price of being with a successful man? To be brutally frank, I mean, to ask the question is to answer it. Not many lovely ladies in the community are willing to work that hard.
All right. Let's see. We got Solo Traveler in the building. Solo Traveler ORD says, I have my Colombian wife because she's my helpmate. But what is she helping you with? Not just playing. You don't have to answer that one. Indigenous TV says, I've never needed my wife. Interesting. I want her around because she's still attractive at 33. But what happens when she's not attractive anymore? A sweet woman and someone I've known since high school. That's actually sweet. Yeah, you've known each other since high school. But that was it. That was an interesting. You worded it kind of interesting. I never needed my wife. I want her around because she's still attractive at 33.
Yeah, I noticed that too. We can, we tend to do this a lot. We want to dance on the head of a pin.
Yeah.
The point is, why is she there? There was a movie that came out some years back, Chris Rock, Why Did I Get Married? And, everybody remembers this. Very powerful question. I mean, not all of us are going to get married, obviously, but the sentiment is still true. Why is she there? Why? To achieve what end?
Well, I'm going to assume the brother has children, has a family, and whatnot. So, I mean, he didn't say all that in the super chat, but I'm going to assume that's the case.
Yeah. I'm not talking about specifically with the one super chatter. I'm talking about just as a general proposition. I don't hear that particular question being raised in black male spaces online or off, to tell you the truth. There's, you just kind of, she's just there. And then you kind of, backward rationalize why she's there. There's not enough deliberation. I'm making the case for black men being much more thoughtful and sober and judicious and deliberate with why a woman or women are in your life. And I'm not here to tell you why that reason should be. That changes from brother to brother. But I'm just simply saying that we need to be a lot more deliberate about it.
Yeah, I don't know if well, granted, people don't. I mean, you are right in the sense that people don't just talk about the why that much. I think for a lot of people, they just take it as a given, so they don't put that much thought into it. When you asked the question on the last show, my why, as far as my woman, why she's in my life, I said sex and companionship. That was come back, Box. When Torrell Boxley came up for a second. Come on back if you can. I'll put the link back in the chat for you. But yeah, for me it was fairly simple. Is that sex and companionship. Now it happens to be the case that she has a good head on her shoulder and she's pretty smart, and we'll no doubt do some things together in the realm of business and making money and building a future and all that, the whole work. But the base level of it was sex and companionship, because I already have my children and everything. I was married once upon a time, so the whole children and family aspect of it is out of the question. But I did go through a period where I was pretty clear and precise as to why I didn't care to have a woman in my life in terms of a relationship. I was happily single and had casual sex partners from time to time, and I was 100% happy with that life. And so I think people don't talk about the why that much, but when you ask people, like for example, you had asked Game Changer, he said something similar to me, but plus children and leaving a legacy and all of that, because he's never been married. So I think I don't know, I would suspect that men are a little more precise on that, even though I do believe that this is what happens with a lot of men, and you probably weren't going down this route. I do believe that a lot of men kind of just end up with a girlfriend and just end up in a relationship.
Exactly.
And don't really think about it. They were just pursuing sex and then just slipped, fall, stumbled into a relationship, and now this woman is in your life, and it's like, why?
Exactly.
So I do. So I think that's where you're going. and I do understand why you're asking that question. And yeah, so it's a worthwhile question. I do understand it, but so
for black men like you and me, Bernard, and I'm talking to the black male business class. That's what I call it. The game changes. It's not just merely a question of sexual companionship and she's nice to you. There are other considerations that you have to deal with when you're like you and I, part of the black male business class. I mean, is she an asset to the business or is she a serious liability? I mean, I just got finished looking at some golf club, country club type stuff. Could you bring your sexual and feminine companion to such an event and not blow up the spot? Or could you bring her to such an event and everybody like her, which could, result in more accounts and essentially more business for you? These are considerations that if you're part of the black male business class, you should be thinking about if you're not already. It's not just a question of just, unless you're just going to have somebody that, you do your thing with, and y'all might hang out a little bit, and that's that. And you leave it at that. That you can do it that way. But as a general proposition, if you want to get ahead in the business world, in the commerce world, you need to have some kind of plus one. Somehow, I'm not saying you got to have a wife. Obviously, that would be the best of it. But, that aside, you have to have some kind of plus one.
Yeah, I personally don't really. I mean, I understand what you're saying, but for me, it happens to be the case that that my woman, like I said, she's pretty smart. She's actually very damn smart, and there's some things that business wise that she could definitely add to. But that for me, that wasn't a requirement. That wasn't a requirement. It's more of that's more of an icing on the cake thing for me. That aspect of it. But I do understand what you're saying and where you're going with that. Emancipated Niggers says, "LOL, I'm definitely not saying that. I think you were though." He says, "If I was, I would have paid to say that." No. You got to smuggle it under the table. But somebody else came through. There we go. Good man in the building says, on one of Kevin Samuel's IG live streams, there was a divorced black woman from a black high value man because she said she didn't have a voice. She said she couldn't have a say in vacation planning. They had 2 kids with cancer. She never worked.
Yeah, I remember that call. I remember.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. I don't know the particulars with the children, but I do know that they had some medical concerns, whatever they were. But the larger point, children aside for a moment, the larger point, a lot of black women, scratch that, a lot of lovely ladies in the community, a lot of them want to be partners after a brother becomes successful. So let's be clear about this. The lovely ladies have made this clear. Shout out to Rebecca Lynn Pope about 4 years ago. They made it abundantly clear. They're not interested in building a boo. They ain't interested in building a bear. They you got to come to them already formed, already successful, got your act together, ready to rock and roll. Now, I have no problem with that. They want what they want, fair enough. But then they turn around and want to be a partner. So my thinking is, okay, how do you become a partner in a business that's already built? That already got where it got without any input from you at all. How does that work? And I think this goes back to the point that you were making, Bernard, bringing up Tyrese's estranged wife.
That was Pablo that made that point, by the way.
I'm sorry, excuse me. Pablo making the point with Tyrese's estranged wife. I'll go ahead and say this right now. I have absolutely no interest in looking for a partner. None. See, I accept that sisters want what they want, but then they have to accept that I want what I want. I'm not looking for a partner. I don't care what you think. I really don't. I don't care about what you think. I got where I was without you, and I'll be where I am without you still. I need certain skill sets that you have outside of what you think your input is to my business.
Excuse me.
I know exactly what it is that I want, and I will execute. And you can be a part of that or not. But I have zero interest in having a partner. None. Partners are for, I'll go ahead and say it. The ladies that want a partner, what you want is a man that's not as successful, not as driven, not as industrious, not as ambitious, not as creative, not as innovative. That's, I mean, broke. That's what you want. And I say have at it. There are type A lovely ladies out there. I almost slipped it. There are type A lovely ladies out there who need to be with that type of guy. But when it comes to guys that are driven and successful and got where they are, for the most part on their own, read, not building it with a black, well, with a lovely lady, um, why should they be looking for a partner? Why? My position is very simple. We're going here. Would you like to come? And that is, well, what would you like to go? No, we're going here. Would you like to go? Now, I mean, they could say yes or no on it. That definitely, a woman is definitely within her rights to say yay or nay. But to actually, I'm going to have creative input on it. No, your creative input is either yes or no. That's what you get. And this is the thing that a lot of lovely ladies in the community is coming to grips with. Hence, the brother with the super chat and Kevin Samuels in the call. A lot of these sisters, and goes back to Pablo's point with Tyrese and his estranged wife. A lot of those kind of men have a certain type of mentality. They want what they want. And, really the real question for the lovely ladies is, do you fit into that program or not? A lot of lovely ladies want to take and, change around the program to fit their particular predilections and what. It doesn't work that way. You either fit into it like a round peg in a round hole or not.
Mm-hmm. Ray Clemens in the building with a super chat. He says that's an excellent point. Obsidian salute, brother. You have to grab a brick and help build if you want me to consider your input. 100. Thank you for the super chat, Ray Clemens, and thank you for those super chats too, Emancipated Negress, who your contributions and donations earned you a wrench. But I said I leased it out to you. You can say something stupid and lose it tomorrow. Just ask Sister George. All right. Torrell Boxley in the building. What is going on? What's up? Salute. Welcome. You got the floor. You got the mic. Or not. Box.
Oh, yeah,
there
yeah,
we go.
yeah. I'm here. Yeah,
okay,
I'm here.
yeah. Go ahead. You got it.
I actually muted myself. Obsidian is killing it as he normally always does when he's not doing that, being the other Obsidian. But I mean, all due respect, brother. All due respect. I'm just saying, we know you. We love you for who you are, especially myself. I've learned a lot from you. And,
okay. Well, thanks.
But, oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you like an uncle that I look up to. So like you were saying, personally, I don't want any help from them. Like I don't want any help from any woman in the community. I simply want them to do as you said, Bernard. Comfort, sexual access, and helpmate. So if I ask you to go to the store, yes, go do that for me. If not, I shall find someone that will. Um, and if none of these community women, which most of them want to be fit, most of them are not friendly, and most of them are not feminine. Um, and they only want to mainly give sexual access to Pookies and Ray Rays, and then want me to be their garbage man. I'm sorry. I will do as Pablo do. I will use that mighty little blue book with a nice little eagle on it, where they give me these nice little pretty stamps, and I don't give a F what they think. I don't care. More men need to do exactly like Kevin said. We need to do us. If we fail in the process, keep failing until we succeed. keep going after what we want, keep speaking our truth, and any woman that looks like us, light skinned, brown, whatever, it don't matter, red, all that. If they want to follow, then they will get behind us or get on the side of us, as it said, and we shall lead. We shall lead. So that's my opinion. Oh, and Bernard,
Yo.
man, I feel you on those thicker black women,
Hmm.
those thicker sisters. Um, my ex-wife, she was built just like that. After one kid, man, she didn't want to get back in the gym. I mean, she still ain't lost that weight. I just got to be
Mm.
honest with you.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, the ass was just like I'm talking about. Man, I remember because I was with her from 18 to 28, and asked to leave at 30. So I had 2 years where I wasted. Oh, and Pablo, she hid my passport until she moved out of the townhouse that we were living in. She hid my passport.
All right.
I
Hold on. Well, it's a
Hold on, what'd you
few things
say?
here.
yeah.
Hold
Few
on.
things here. Wait a minute.
Oh yeah.
You said you was with her from 18 to
Yes,
28.
28. Yep.
You said
And then
you
she said, and it was oh, this isn't
you
working.
said you asked to leave. You mean you just
No,
wanted?
I was asked to leave. You know when I
Oh,
say,
she
oh,
wanted you. Okay, I got
hey,
you. She asked
yeah,
you to leave, and
yes,
then she held your. She must have got a
hit it,
hold of your passport and hid it somewhere.
yeah.
For how long?
Until she moved out. I mean, I couldn't find it for years, like 2 years. I couldn't find my passport. When she broke up with me, I could not find my passport.
Okay, spin that back because I missed most of what you said because I stepped away from the phone. I just heard the townhouse and the passport. What happened?
Oh, well, we were living together in the townhouse, and she could no longer afford it on her
Who
own,
is this we?
right?
Who is the we? You
Oh,
and
my
who?
ex-wife and my ex-wife here,
Uh-huh.
and
Were you
she
traveling like
oh I always it was always my dream to travel, right?
oh okay.
It was
Were
it
you
was
getting
always my dream.
were you getting your passport on while you was married though?
No, no, no.
Okay,
Guess
all
what?
right. That's
I
not,
was the good brother. I was the good brother trying to get her to come with.
ah,
Uh-huh.
I was trying to get her to come with, trying to get her to get a passport. I had my passport from 2007.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
she was trying to block. She was trying to block.
Oh
yeah.
hell yeah! What? Man, what? I can't. I'm
Oh
telling
yeah.
y'all.
Okay. Well, hold on. Wait. Somebody got a good. So he says, people lose passports every day. B. So how you know you ain't lose it? How do you know she stole it?
Hey, guess what? Guess what? Watch this. My passport was under my college books inside of the kitchen. I'll wait.
Okay.
Super chat. Go
That
ahead. Super chat again. That,
so that's not where you place it because
no.
people when they have a passport they value it. They put it somewhere safe, like in a safe or in under in a drawer underneath
And
some stuff.
it
Yeah.
was in my room underneath my TV.
Uh-huh.
And then all of a sudden, it wasn't there no more. And I asked, have you saw it? Oh, no, you moved. And then, so, again, shame, guilt, the need to be right. You moved it. I don't know. I don't know what that thing look like. I'm like, stop it. Like, really? But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yes. So
She
yes.
knew you were looking at
They
the
don't.
front door, my brother. She knew you were looking at the
Absolutely.
front door.
What? Bernard,
Yo.
Pablo. I studied 3 years of Japanese, 2 years in high school, 1 year in college, and after college, I started to teach myself Spanish on Rosetta Zone. So I've always had the urge of expanding myself culturally, as more brothers should, right? Again, I had to say this to my best friend, my brother. He said, "Oh, I want my kids to be with a woman that looks like me. I want my kids to be black." And then you know what I said to him, brother? Any child that you produce, is black.
Facts.
Right.
But
Um.
But go on and explore your. Have you taken advantage
oh
of your
yeah,
newfound freedom yet? Okay.
Oh
oh
yeah,
yeah,
no,
oh
I've had him on.
oh yeah.
Actually, he was on that time when me and you did that 1-on-one when you were in Medellin. He came up and
Oh, okay.
yeah, because you was having some little reception issues. So yeah, me and him. It turned into first part it was me and you. Then the last part of it was kind of me and him. Well, I think somebody else was on too. So yeah, he's been all over. He's been all over. Traveled well traveled brother. Well traveled brother. What we was
Um,
talking about.
Pablo,
Um. Oh, go ahead.
Pablo, I just actually, well, the gentleman in the that's listening to this wonderful stream, I just got back from Colombia. I was down there for 10 days. It's the hardest thing. Bernard, I'm trying to tell you, man, and I say this all the time, brother. You gotta go. You gotta go. You don't understand. And I mean, your woman ain't gonna like me, but I'm just trying to tell you, you need to go. You need to go see this for yourself. You need to get
All
that
right. I don't
passport,
want to
Bernard.
hijack the show. Don't hijack the show.
Yeah, I mean, you've turned it into
I just
SYSBM
got down
travel
there. My bad.
show.
Hey,
I was it didn't. I was sitting there trying to
Obsidian was
say
talking
like
about it.
Come on and get with me on Sundays.
who
Hey, look, I'm on Sunday nights at 7 o'clock or 6 o'clock on Sundays. Come see me.
Well,
Pablo Frescable.
drop a link.
Come
yeah,
see me on
Drop a
YouTube.
link or
Yes.
something.
yeah. I'm shocked you not
I mean, but
subscribed to Pablo. Y'all on the same
You
I
want
wavelength
to
when
see
it
me
come to
see
that.
Pablo? Come over on Sunday nights. All
Pablo
right.
be
I've been trying to
traveling
get
and
in touch
be
with Pablo.
yeah. Pablo be traveling and he be streaming. One time it was one time on at the show you came on. So you know he came over here. I
I know. Trust me.
let him go ahead and turn the camera on while he was walking around out there. And so yeah, so no, Pablo,
Ah man, come on.
You and Pablo on the same wavelength. So you definitely need to be subscribed to Pablo. Al Boogie says,
I'm
"Cool story, bro." Good men said, "Believe all black men." Fist in the air. Right on, man.
exact, bro.
We
Thank you.
we believe you. We believe you. We just okay. Here go the skeptic though. Here go the skeptic. He says
Go
no
ahead.
woman can keep you in the country. He didn't say any woman could keep him in the country. He just said she stole the passport. He since then got it worked out and figured out, but she did steal it. He said you can replace a lost / stolen passport. He didn't want to go. He so, you're operating with the assumption that the brother has never went. What the hell was that? Did you just choke on
That's
something?
me.
Okay. Yeah. You're doing what a lot of dudes do. And by the way, workout with Dwayne. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate that. But you're doing what a lot of people do. You assume that all the brothers in this space that talk about traveling ain't never been nowhere, never left the country, and you assume that he was just making an excuse as to why he's never left the country or his home state or anything. No, that's not no. Pablo and Torrell Boxley are there. They the real deal. They be out there doing that. They be living that life. So yeah. So no, this ain't. I don't let the posers come up. I don't let the
Oh
posers come
yeah,
up. Yeah,
Maggles.
because there's some guys. Pablo pointed them out to me early when I first started having this conversation with him. He said it's a lot of guys cheering from the cheap seats that don't even got a passport, but they still be posting all the SYSBM passport gang, all they typing
Preach.
all kind of junk like that in the chat, and they never left the porch. But so no, if I talk to somebody about that travel lifestyle, they tend to be the real deal who have in many cases shown receipts of traveling.
I
But
mean, Bernard, I personally don't speak on things that I haven't lived or experienced or educated myself on. Um, and I mean, I know I'm not the only brother that has experienced um, the manipulation, the treachery, the scandalousness of women. I know I'm not the only one. You've been married, Bernard. You know what I'm saying. Pablo is married. Pablo, I believe you were married before you got your wonderful Colombian wife. So come
No,
on.
I was not. I've never been married to
No?
an American woman in my
Okay.
life. Only
Okay.
only one Dominican wife. Yeah.
Man. Okay. Okay. And I mean, bro, listen, I mean, all respect to you, workout Wayne. No, brother. No, brother. I mean, trust me. I went through my red pill rage. I went through the hurt. Um, I'm sitting there hoping, oh, she'll come back. Oh, I could win her back. I just got to keep this chick on the side. Yeah, I did shit like that. Like it was stupid. I mean, you got to think about it. High school love. You know what I'm saying? All the way through college. Like literally, she was my
I
world. My bad, y'all.
Oh
My
no,
bad,
you cool,
Bernard.
you
Go ahead.
cool. I was trying to no, I was trying to get to that super chat. My computer things are acting
The
weird. I gotta
kids
figure
are
something
busy.
out. But was I just recently borging or no?
No,
No,
Okay,
no.
you
good,
sounded
cool.
fine. You sounded fine.
Okay, good, good, good. I've just my screen went kind of weird. But anyway, Eye of the Thriver says if you have kids with another race, your kids are mixed. That ain't the show today, and that's a topic I don't care that much
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
Yeah, if you have kids with another race, your kids are your kids. That's what
Right.
I say to that. I'm not.
But I did want to
Uh,
ask you a question, Bernard, and that was actually in line with the show itself. Could you explain to me what are the micro and macro issues that black men have?
Ooh.
um, I think that it was really stemming from the conversation yesterday that me and Little Big Nate was having, where he was talking about when Little Big Nate was going in talking about everything that he was talking about. I mean, I'm assuming you heard the show, and you two people, if you know Little Big Nate's spiel when it comes to black women politics, his conservative views and everything as far as that. And then there was a contrast when Ty City had a, hey, I don't care about these women. That's not my problem. That's not he had a that's not my problem approach to it all. And in a micro sense that, Ty City is right that it's
He's right.
not his problem. He shouldn't care about women being wayward, or there's a media apparatus that all the stuff that they want to do anyway that's clearly wrong. There's a media apparatus that enables and pacifies it in all of that, and that ultimately leads to a larger picture of things being overall just wrong for black people, for black children, and by extension, black men, because we're a part of it. Young black boys being raised in the shit, they're going to become black men, and so overall, it's a macro problem. But I think the point can get missed when somebody try to attack that macro problem. Little Big Nate was breaking down things from a large macro level. Now the micro, the individual man, if it's a out of pocket wayward chick, oh well, so what? That's her problem. I don't care. I don't
Mm.
care. She's ruined her own life. She's ruining her kids' life. She's ruined this. She's ruined that. That's not my problem. They don't care. Why should I care? But if you care about overall general better outcomes for black people, then yes, it's nothing wrong with uh, building media apparatuses that are bigger and stronger than the ones that enable all the effery that we can identify as effery. And
Yeah.
so that was something that I wanted to drive the point home on. I may do a show on it later and then change the title for this one, because we got all off in a good way, because I enjoyed the conversation that we had when we were talking about the women and the weight and the ass and thick thighs and all of that. So I enjoyed the show that we ended up having. So I may do this show, what the show was supposed to be about, later.
Yeah.
But that was generally what it was supposed to be. Before you give your thoughts on that, let me read the super chat that I got up. Workout with Wayne says, not what I'm saying. He says he can be well traveled, but if you lose it, you can replace it. I didn't say he's not traveled. I've replaced a lost passport. He never said that he wasn't able to replace it. He was just pointing out that she stole it. Like, so again, I feel like it seems as if you're leaping that he said this is
Mm-hmm.
a world-ending problem that he cannot solve. He probably solved the problem in 2 weeks, but it just is worth pointing out that, damn, she stole my damn passport. She was cock blocking. I think that's all he was saying, is that she attempted to cock block him, but clearly she
Yeah,
didn't succeed. So
So
pretty much.
what was interesting about Mr. Box's retelling of that incident. So his wife has a child. She gains a
Mm-hmm.
considerable amount of weight. She
Yep.
refuses to slim down. She
Yep.
then, according to Mr. Box,
Blows it up.
attempts to hide his passport. So what's
Mm-hmm.
interesting to me is, instead of doing that, why not just lose the weight? Just lose the weight and become attractive to your husband. Problem solved. See, this is the part. See, this goes back to what I was saying earlier, Bernard. How many black women are willing to do the work of
Yes,
being with
sir.
a worthy man? Because it's
Few.
work. That's
Very
the
few.
question. That's the question. The question is how many black women, excuse me, lovely ladies are willing to put in the work.
Lovely ladies.
You know, I mean, it's not like the lovely ladies don't know what we're talking about here. They know about Instagram better than we do. So they see what's going on here. So I mean, how many of them are willing to do what's required? I hate to say it, I mean, but a lot of lovely ladies are lazy. They are. They're lazy in their appearance. They're lazy in their thinking. They're lazy in their attitude. What's the upside here? I mean, you're only left with one area where they could be a star, and that's in the bedroom. And I would argue that's not all that great.
Preach.
So I mean, what's the upside here? Why is a man working from can't see in the morning to can't see it at night, working till the casket drop? What's he doing it for? For what? And that's
That
why
part.
Kevin is got so many, lovely ladies so upset because he's asking them those questions in his inimitable style, but the sentiment is the same. High achieving, high performing black men expect a payout. They expect return on investment. They want trophies. They want showpieces. They want racehorses, man. They don't want plow. They don't want the donkey in the barnyard, man. Come on. They're expecting high performance. Okay, you dropped the load. All right, fine, and you back on the gym in 6 weeks. Come on, let's get it. Being beautiful is a full-time job, as Instagram shows us day in and day out. Or at the very least, attractive. All women can't be beautiful, but all women can be attractive. All women don't have a beautiful face. All women can get a nice looking body, though, especially in 2021. I mean, it's just fascinating to me to listen to these lovely ladies. And this is the reason why B. Simone got all that heat, because, the lovely ladies have been very exacting about what they want in a man. Very exact. I mean, they leave no stone unturned. And I honestly believe that a lot of lovely ladies haven't. I think the conceit that a lot of lovely ladies had was that the tables would never turn. Black men would never step up to the plate. Black men would never make it happen. And that's what's really changed. We really turned the corner on that. And I think that's what Kevin represents writ large. And a lot of lovely ladies really, I mean, they're speechless. I mean, I've been listening to calls where he's asked ladies point blank these type of questions in his own way, and they're speechless. They have no response.
Obsidian.
Yeah.
Obsidian. Can I jump in there and
Yeah.
and make a point about Kevin's calls? I I say this all the time, and I talk to my best friend, right? And he's a brother, right? First generation. His parents are from Liberia, but he's first generation American, right? I I said this to him yesterday. I don't believe 80% of these women when they say, "Oh, I make six figures." I don't believe them. I, when you run in numbers, there aren't that many women on the planet making six figures. Like, am I the only one that noticed that? They're all saying, "Oh yeah, I make six figures," and I want a man that makes six figures. There aren't that many men. What do you say? 15%? 15% of
In,
men
in the United States
in the
among
United
in the
States.
United States among black men, in the United States among
Yeah,
black men, you're looking at less than 10%.
exactly. So you add that to the pot that black men work harder than black men. Like if you it's crazy. It's just crazy. Like I know I'm not the only one that like catch that all of them that are calling in are saying, "Oh, I make six figures. I make six figures." Most of them, they all are saying that. I don't believe it.
Well,
Like
number
you
one,
gotta.
number one, the percentage of black women, excuse me, scratch that. The percentage of lovely ladies in the United States, in the community that earns six figures or better. Let me cite blackdemographics.com. The lovely ladies in the black community earning $75,000 or more a year, 9%.
Thank you.
9%. But here's a bigger question. So there was I talked about this recently over on my live show. There was a study that was done some years back over on um over on the Daily Mail. Very interesting study that was done. And the study found that while women definitely go for men that are successful, earn high earners, men do not. Big shock there. But here's the trick. That was no big shock. Here's the shocker. In order for a woman to get the same bang for the buck economically, they would have to earn 10,000 times in order to get the same type of effect. So in other words, if you're a guy and you're a 4 physically, right? You're a 4 on the scale. But if you're kicking like 250 grand a year, in women's eyes, that makes you a 6 because that moves you up 2 points.
Wow.
In order for a woman to get the same type of effect, she would have to earn 10,000 times that. In other words, let's just get right to this. Miss Average at best, in order for her to get a man on her level earning what she would earn, she would have to be a billionaire. That's just how much beauty matters to men. You know, a lot of guys try to come after me when I said beauty matters. Yeah, empirically it does. We have worldwide evidence for it. It's called the fashion industry. It's called the beauty business. It's called Hollywood. Beauty is fungible. That's a fact. There are women who can make money just off their looks alone.
And doing it.
So, yeah. But for a guy, if you're a 4 with money, yes, women will bump you up another 2 points. Matter of fact, there's a really good study here on YouTube. I gotta see if I can find it. But there was a really good study. It was out of the UK. They took a guy. He was not a handsome guy. He was just, at best, average looking guy. Took him, put him in a pair of, the shag. I call it the Shaggy from Scooby-Doo outfit. Big oversized t-shirts, oversized jeans, sneakers. Put him in the window. And then the researchers asked the ladies going by, what do you rate him on a scale? Oh, a 3, he's a 2, he's a 4. Took that same guy, put him in a tailored suit, nice shades, well-groomed, put him back in the window, ladies. And then the researchers told the ladies as they was going by, oh yeah, this man right here, he's got his own startup, his own tech startup in the London equivalent of Silicon Valley. Oh yeah, he's pulling down about $500,000 a year personal salary. Oh, he's a 8, he's a 9. Yeah. So yeah, go ahead.
Well, let me.
No,
read
what's interesting is
really quick.
Go ahead.
Hold your thought for a second. Black Wolf says, "Coming soon, masculine energy passport protection."
That's a good idea.
The Mac the Trucker says SYSBM hostile takeover. That was referring to when Box kind of changed the topic on us, but no big deal. But no, you're good. It happens. Who else did we have in here? Give me 1 second, fellas. 1 second. We got W. Alfonso says, because I haven't donated in a while for the Lovely Ladies Fund. That's funny. We got Mr. Shane Vitches says, hey, Box, I think they meant 6 figures in loan debt.
Exactly.
Shout out to Mr. Shane Vitches for the super chat. Appreciate that. Good man in the building. He says most of them project their 6 figures after grad school. Yeah, they that's we've seen almost everything happen. We've seen almost everything happen on Kevin Samuels' show at this point. Many of them was talking about they want a man on their level that make what they make, and they hadn't even finished school yet. to get the job that they're projecting that they will make said amount of income, and that's why they need some guy making $100,000 a year, because they just project that they're going to make $100,000 a year when they finish school. But yeah, so it's some silliness across the board.
But there's also sisters that, man, there was one sister that called into a show, Cats and Tats or something like that. If you go and search for it, and you know, she's out of school, she's like in her latter 20s and earning very well. But I mean, look at her. I mean, come on. I mean, you know, and this is something I know that, and it's harsh for a lot of sisters to accept, because a lot of sisters believe that it's unfair. It is, so that we're clear on this. It is unfair. But life is unfair. A lot of life is unfair. And if you're a sister that's average at best looking, the best thing you can do for yourself is take that money and go to Dr. Miami. That's the best thing you can do for yourself.
Oh man.
Don't fool yourself. You know, personal trainer, chef, you know, all that in Dr. Miami. That's the best thing. If you really want that kind of guy on your level, that's what's going to do the trick. And a lot more sisters of that ilk. And again, that's a very small percentage here in the United States, you know, less than 10%. They need to be told that.
Mm-hmm.
May I jump in?
Yes, go ahead.
I remember when Fantastic did his one-on-one with you, and he broke it down, and someone asked how many of them are actually worthy of marriage or even qualify, and from what I understand, it was like 5%. 5%. He said 5%, and I listened to the whole thing, and I listened to it again. Bro, they're cooked. Like, most of these women are cooked. Again, when you say most of the lovely ladies of the community, they're overweight. And then what is that? 80% of the overweight are obese. They're cooked. No, it's unacceptable. And I mean, yes, Bernard, back to the instant. You go to those IG sisters, those camera angles, they look amazing. The Kardashians, they Photoshop it to make themselves look amazing. I think black women are the most beautiful women on the planet. When you catch the right one, her face, if you go up that one when you said you got to get on, that's when I took the link when you said that you got to get on here. And if you don't think that she's an 8, I don't think she's an 8. I
No, I
think
didn't
she
say
has a
no.
very
Stop. I didn't say that.
okay.
I said if you
Okay.
think she's a 5, you need to show us the last few women you had sex with. That's or your woman like that. If you think she's a 5, you didn't have to think she was an 8. But if you're putting her all the way down at a 5, I mean, she
No.
looked. That woman looked okay. So then, yeah, you wouldn't even qualify what I was talking about. That woman in that one picture where she had her hair up, kind of how the way Six to Goddess wear her hair, she facially looked like Six to Goddess in the face. And so if you're saying that a woman that looked like that as a 5, then I'm like,
No.
for grading
No.
on too tough of us. No, not you. I'm talking about the people in the chat.
Yeah.
And I say you're grading on way too tough of a scale, because if Six to Goddess or the woman that I showed is in 5 territory, then by all means, we need to see the women that you're messing with.
Okay, that's number one. Six to Goddess, as her name infers, she's 6 foot tall. I mean, you know, in the black community, you're looking at way under 10% of all lovely ladies in the community is that height. Number one, she's standard model height. I mean, the standard for beauty for women is 5'8" to 6 foot. She's that. And she's got the face and the figure. No. She's in the upper 30%, top 30% of beauty in the lovely ladies in the black community. Number one. The downside with Six the Goddess, please forgive me. The downside for her is that she's not very bright, or at least she does. At least she doesn't speak that way. She doesn't present as a well-educated lady. And I would have concerns.
Well, she don't. Well, she don't sound like loud, ratchet, or ghetto. So what do you like?
Yeah,
I had no problem with the way that she's. I mean, granted I haven't sat there and watched her videos, but I have heard her speak a couple times to where she didn't. It didn't just jump out to me that something was wrong with the way that she spoke. But
yeah.
I didn't. I haven't watched enough.
I mean, the word choice and stuff like that. She reads as someone. It reads as someone not very formally educated.
Intelligent.
To tell you the truth,
Bernard, I got a question for all of
Okay.
those super. Like, I got to ask you something. For most of the
Mhm.
most polite sisters that you've ever met, what happens when you get them upset?
It depends. Some women will go from pleasant to ratchet. Yeah.
Hmm. That's what I suspect. I always see that. Like, what are you hiding? Like, really, show me your true face. You know what I mean? Like, that's what comes to my mind when I.
Good man. When you say y'all crazy, are you referring to Obsidian's comments? Because Obsidian's comments are his own. A woman does not have to speak. To me, a woman does not have to speak as if she's formally educated, but she can't sound like some loud ghetto ratchet chick that just don't know how to act. She can't sound like that. And but that's where I'm at with it. But she doesn't have to speak like she's formally educated. I am not formally educated. If she can speak at least as good as me, I definitely would would give that. I would definitely be okay with that. So that's where I'm at with that. So if you're saying y'all crazy because of what Obsidian said about that she wouldn't work because she doesn't speak as if she's formally educated, then direct that towards Obsidian. I did get on GA Boy yesterday with the word y'all. I'm starting to hate when people do that, when they take
yeah.
everything in the manosphere from the most raging incel channel, then come here in my chat and be like, y'all
I'm with
just
you on
this
that.
and y'all just that. We get.
It's lazy, yeah, it's very lazy thinking.
Yeah.
But I mean, look, listen. I think the problem that a number of people on both sides, black men and black women, are having is that
Wait, hold on. I gotta address this again. Good man. What do you mean? Are you asking me? I just said I don't think nothing's wrong with the way that when she acts. Direct that towards the person who said something is wrong with the way that she acts. Obsidian said that, not me. You asked me, do I think if Six couldn't act in public, she would go on a business trip with your buddy? So I think that may have been directed towards Obsidian, because I
yeah,
think you're referring to.
I can't speak for Kevin's situation with her. I wasn't there, and he didn't relate to me any type of backstory on it or anything like that. So I don't know. I'm going based on what I've observed of her videos here on YouTube. That's what I'm basing this on.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, she seems pleasant to me. But I haven't watched that much. But just, I mean, I've clicked on her videos and heard her talk for 30 seconds, and okay, I heard enough. But she sounds pleasant. I mean, I didn't really care what you had to say. I just wanted to see, okay, the Six Goddess. I've been hearing about her. No, I mean, it wasn't nothing. I just been hearing about her, so it was just let me see what she looked like. Okay, that's what she looked like. Okay, she seems pleasant, and and she looks good. So that it was
Yeah.
done right there with me. So I just moved on. I never actually listened to her content. Maybe perhaps Obsidian is right. When you hear her speak for a while, it gets all over the place. Maybe, perhaps, I don't know. But from what I could tell, she just seems like a very attractive and very pleasant woman. But J3 says, "Oh man, speaking of marketing, what do you think about selling T-shirts with your famous catchphrase?"
My, oh my god. Oh man. Oh man.
Okay.
Hey, Bernard. I got something to and this is to go back to what old man said. Like, I think that it was her beauty that you needed to see and check her out. You know what I mean? I mean, honestly, if she looked at like Tarana Burke, the Me Too horse lady, um, I don't, man, I don't think that beauty. I mean, beauty really, really does matter, man. Because
What are
to
you
go
talking
back to
about?
what Kevin said
Hold on. Where do we get
with the six, with the six,
Six who?
the six god lady.
Okay, what about her?
I've never seen her. No, no. When you said you went to go check her out and that she was beautiful, right?
Yeah,
She's
yeah,
beautiful.
she's an attractive woman. Yeah.
And then, like you said, oh, okay, I heard enough. All right. And then old man said he obviously listened to her longer. You know what I'm saying? So he has. He's like, look, I can't listen to her speak. You know what I'm saying? But
She don't.
oh
Okay.
man, but she's beautiful. You see what I'm saying? She's beautiful. So I think like her beauty is really carrying her. Like beauty and again when he said like she's in the top 30%. Like beauty does it really does matter so much. A lot of women don't really understand that. Our women really don't understand that. It's crazy. But no, go ahead.
Yeah.
My bad, Bernard, for interrupting
Oh
you.
no, you good. You good. You good. You're good. We said, wow, Bernard, low key diss. Who did I low key diss? Yeah, I just saying wild stuff in the chat. I'm gonna quit paying attention to it again. I got my setup better to where I could see the chat a little better, and now I'm seeing all kind of weird stuff in the chat. I don't know who I low key diss because I didn't care to listen to her. I mean, I don't care to listen to Six to Goddess content. I just heard about her and I wanted to see what she looked like because there are people who saying that she looks some certain way. I didn't even realize that was the person that Kevin Samuels at I don't want to say went out with because I think it was business as far as I know, but that was the person that Kevin Samuels was seen on video with. I didn't even realize that at first until fairly recently because I do remember seeing the video of Kevin Samuels who's 6'4", 6'5", or something like that, and she's 6 feet with heels on, so they were just both walking around 6'5", towering over everybody. It was just kind of funny to watch it, but yeah, no, nothing bad to say. I got nothing bad to say about her. That's just not content that I'm going to sit there and listen to. That's
Um,
just me personally on that one. But we about to wrap this bad boy up pretty soon. I'm
Yeah,
actually
I just wanted to jump in with the macro micro thing again because I have heard a number of brothers throughout the black manosphere. I won't say any names who will say words to this effect.
mm-hmm.
Your personal problems don't have anything to do with the community problems. So, for example, if you have problems with women, mating with women, whatever, that's a personal problem. That doesn't have anything to do with the community problem. Well, my response to that would be, well, what comprises a community? I mean, what's the basis of a community? It's just a bunch of atomized individuals? What is a community? I mean, communities. I mean, if you study other communities outside of Black America, for example, they're largely comprised of families. And families are largely comprised of couples. So if a brother has, and I agree, it is a personal issue. That's true. But, mating is much more than just personal, especially if you're talking about marriages. If you're talking, we can even talk about just casual sex. What if there's an outbreak of this? This is a very particular topic because we're dealing with a pandemic right now. We've dealt with another kind of pandemic. It was called AIDS, HIV.
mm,
You don't think that's a community concern? You don't think that that's a larger macro concern, really? I think that the brothers, and again, I'm not going to mention any specific names, but there are brothers who mention this. What they're attempting to do is just really try to squelch meaningful discussion and really kind of run, contra to their own stated desire to actually want to help guys, improve their lives and things of that nature. I think it's really counterproductive. I think that if a brother has a personal problem, that could be potentially problematic for the collective at large. So I think that there's an intersection between micro and macro. I don't think they are distinct or mutually exclusive.
Yeah, there is. I think it depends on the particular problem that's being had. If somebody is saying that, and you said, well, I'll just say it like this: if somebody is saying they simply can't get the woman that they want, and the woman that they want is a pretty, high up there attractive woman. If somebody's just saying they can't get that, and then that's when it can turn into more of a personal problem. But if somebody is saying that the number when this is what I was going to relate back. I already know what you're going to say in response. If somebody is saying the overall number of women in said community are too overweight, or too many of them have children, and that has reduced a pool to where men in general can't get what they want out of that particular pool. And then if you happen to be one of those men, then it's a personal problem. But I can see how it also can be a macro problem. Now, that wasn't the point. But hold on, real quick, before you respond. That wasn't the point of my show, because that's in the title that I will change. But that wasn't the point that I was going to make. I understand that that's a flashpoint in a lot of the discussions that you have. So you can go ahead and respond to that.
Well, I mean, again, that leads me back to the question. You did explain it to some extent with Lil Big Nate, but even that dovetails back to my point. If you don't have, and I'm paraphrasing Kevin on this, if you don't have black love, you don't have anything. If black men and black women can't fundamentally get along, you don't have black anything. You don't have black education. You don't have black politics. You don't have black business. You definitely don't have a black community. You have chaos, disorder, anarchy, dysfunction. That's what you have. So to me, the argument with, micro, well, that's a personal problem or something like that. I mean, come on. That's ridiculous. If the majority of black women are not attractive because most of them have made themselves unmarriageable because they're too fat, too ill-mannered, and have kids already, that is a community-wide problem. We can't solve basic problems of the human condition. First and foremost, the caring for children. How are we supposed to address that? The caring for the aged. How are we supposed to address that? That was what families did. Families took care of children. Families took care of seniors and elders. So now we're in a situation where we can't fundamentally address it because we have a watershed amount of black women who have made themselves unmarriageable. We should be ringing the alarm about that, not attempting to try to squelch the brothers who bring that point up. Come on.
Oh man.
Yeah.
And I think it's a cultural thing. I think that.
Well, no, he's talking about black culture. He's literally talking about black culture. So you don't have to say you think it's a cultural thing.
But it is. It's cultural now. It's cultural. There's no community. There's no community. We just live around each other, or the ones that do live around each other.
Yeah, I think that's segueing from the point that he's making is if we care about overall better outcomes for black people, then Obsidian is making a good point. Now we can talk about other communities that problem doesn't exist. Yeah, it's we can easily talk about how in other communities the problem does not exist, or at least not to the degree that it's a thing in the black community. Yeah, we can definitely have a conversation about that. But overall, I follow the logic of Obsidian's argument, how the micro does become the macro, but sometimes people abuse it to step away from one argument or somebody. I almost did a show on this. Different people have different motivations. For example, going back to Little Big Nate, I can tell he cares about the overall outcomes for black people as a whole. If somebody is not thinking about overall outcomes for black people as a whole, it's easier for them to listen to Little Big Nate going on one of his fire and brimstone sermons and just be like, what do I care? I'm just going to do what I got to do to make my little bit of money, and I'm going to have sex with a suitable or hot chick whenever I can, and that's that, and I'm happy. I'm going to live my life, and that's just that in the story. I don't care what's going on behind me. But some people like Lil Big Nate actually care about the overall outcomes of black people, and then that's where his macro fire and brimstone comes from. And truth be told, Obsidian, that's part of the reason why I gravitated towards you, because you do a very similar thing, but then you come back and you talk about the micro. Now, when you're analyzing the macro, you've made a lot of arguments that are impenetrable and really hard to refute. But then when you put your micro on it, and then people want to say, you're just crying about the pussy you couldn't get. and then it just turns into a derailed conversation. But in the midst of your core points that you used to make and still make, it is something that does speak to overall better outcomes for Black people. So that is a good thing. That is a good thing. But we closing in on the 3-hour mark. You want to go ahead and give last word in, Obsidian. Oh man.
You know, both of my arguments are intertwined. You can't separate the micro from the macro. You can't. Interestingly enough, this is a shameless plug for my book. The book of Obsidian is divided into two sections: the macro and the micro, and they're intertwined. You can't separate one from the other. You know, it's interesting. You know, we Black people want to have the collective conversation when it suits us.
That's true. That's true. Very
when
true.
It suits us to do it, then we want to have it. And then we want to have a micro conversation when it suits us. And we want to be able to pick and choose when is not an appropriate time for one or the other. That's bunk. Good brothers have a legitimate concern about not being able to find mates, short term or long term, because this is something else a lot of guys want to do. Well, you just mad because you couldn't get the women you want. Yeah, because the solution is to get a woman you don't want. Getting a woman you want to F is essential. No man wants a woman he doesn't want to F.
Correct.
Stop trying to force the cast-offs of Black female America onto those guys. The problem is that we have a beauty deficit. It must be addressed. Period.
Passport.
All right. Darkman60 says this is for Mr. Obsidian use of the word squelch. Love it. I do like when Obsidian use words like squelch. That's funny. But hey, I'm about to get up out of here, y'all. I just dropped a pre-recorded video. Just made it live. Don't click off of here. Just go click on that and watch the pre-recorded video. Watch to the end. My editor did some amazing editing magic on that. That's funny as hell. That's going to make your stomach hurt laughing at it. It's titled "What Does Alan Roger Curry Want from Alpha Male Strategies?" He did some amazing editing stuff and put some funny stuff on there, and you're going to love it. Check it out. Go watch it right now. Don't just click off the video. Click on the link that I'm putting in the chat right now. You don't want to miss that one. Watch it to the end. It's funny as hell. All right. We got to get up out of here, y'all. Peace. And we are. Oh, and thank you, everybody, for Super Chat the Cash App and everything today. Jada LaRue sent a $50 Cash App and earned herself a wrench over here. Don't do anything silly to lose it, because Emancipated Negress, your wrench is on life support right now. I'm just playing. All right. We out of here, y'all. Peace. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.